Gotta be ready for when the war starts. Fighting these battles through life got us accumulating war scars. Nothing is given. We going through these curses while we living. We soldiers on the mission until the dead in Christ is risen. I thank the Lord for Abba Biggins, Most High in Christ, for all the fallen soldiers that I didn't mention, for all the fallen sisters too. Through the years trying to fight back the tears cause we missing you. And I never met Kama War, but I hear stories from the brothers. In the truth, he was a dinosaur. And I know one day we all gotta die. I pray I go honorable like Makata's eye. Fighting through these curses to survive, I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers, fighting through these curses to survive, I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers. It's war at all costs, they killing us off. We holding on to all thoughts, no memories lost, and you can fall for they snare.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and post shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. So they like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on stopping, got this bitch off the hand. Got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. Hey! One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my I
do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5 but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been the proper since a teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, but down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UPK. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. My hymen say I cup full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, it drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house, or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Ain't loyal to the king.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a take.
told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. Bada bing, I popped the least spit. I start all my crowns, ring and necklace. Do what the men above had taught me. Hey, you say I play too hot, no coffee. I had to change my life like this, yeah. I'm taking life for what it is, yeah. Quit acting blind, you need some lenses. Abiding by the damn scriptures, yeah. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, show me love. I need love. Don't wanna leave me here. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. To all these worldly bastards round us, I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. Bada bing, I popped the least spit. I start all my crowns, ring and necklace. Do what the men above had taught me. Hey, you say I play too hot, no coffee. I had to change my life like this, yeah. I'm taking life for what it is, yeah. Quit acting blind, you need some lenses. Abiding by the damn scriptures, hey. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, show me love. I need love. Don't wanna leave me here. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. To all these worldly bastards round us, I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, UPK made me like this.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the 61st episode of On the End, man. 61st, lucky. Make sure, let me know, give me 1 hour con if you hear me to walk. 1 hour con if you hear me good. Officer Donga Bar in the house, me, catch me, shot my soon reach. But On the Ends, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. No, sir. It's free there anyway. Okay. Yeah, it's RG anyway, so that's right. Give me 1 second. Let's start for 1 second. Bit lean still. No sweat. It's 1 second down the bar. Drop a leg. Wait just 1 second. Alright, no sweat.
What episode we on now? 61. We've had 61 weeks on the ends, man, which means what? Over a year? Which means a year and a bit, man, of on the ends. Also, you do know you can phone in with your questions, you can phone in with your comments, and all of those things. Also, we got the Day of Atonement this Wednesday, man. No food, no drink. Nothing more, nothing less, just no food, no drink. Obviously, don't make it complicated. It's just no food, no drink. That's what the Day of Atonement is. So you don't want to complicate it and think it means you can't watch TV and think it means you can't do certain things. The law, when you read in the law and it lets you know about the Day of Atonement, it says no food or no drink. That's it. So you don't want to add nothing additional to it, like what the Muslims do when they beat themselves with a machete and all of that nonsense. You don't want to add stuff to it that's not in the text, because then you just confuse yourself and confuse everybody else. So Day of Atonement is no food, no drink. Also, we got what? The Feast of Tabernacles, September the 20th, and then the closing is September the 28th. So what you will have is September the 20th is not Monday coming, it's the next Monday. Then the closing of that would be the 28th, which would be the next Tuesday after that. So don't think it's Monday, Tuesday. It's not. One's Monday, one's the following, the next week Tuesday. So coming down to that, man. If you're in if you're in the UK, coming down to those, man. What? So is it working? Is it right now? No volume. No volume. No.
So try to.
Give me a 1 if you can hear us. Let me know what the volume's saying now. Give me a 1. 1 if you can hear us. 2 if you can't hear us. 1 if you can hear us. 2 if you can't hear us. What's that connected to?
Give me a con or 1 if you can hear us. Give me a 1 or a con if you can hear us. Give me a 1 or a con if you can hear us.
Can you hear us? Give me a 1 if you can hear us.
1 or a con if you can hear us. I'll get the mic. No sweat. You just go with it.
You can't hear us?
Yeah, go channel 4.
Channel 4. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm not.
All right, then. So as I was saying, Day of Atonement this Wednesday. No food, no drink. Starts sundown till the following day, sundown. So it starts Wednesday sundown to Thursday sundown. So no food, no drink. If you need help knowing what time the sundown is, you can always check on the internet. You can Google it and it will give you the time when the sundown is. So it'll give you the time. So remember, no food, no drink. And if you got any queries or questions, just contact your camp leader. If you're not sure, if you're too ill to fast or you're on medication, obviously you take your medications and stuff, but contact your camp leader and your camp leader will find out about what you're going through and he'll see if you're exempt or if you're not. So if you're not too sure, contact your camp leader. Also, the following week, we have Monday, the 20th of September, we have the Feast of Tabernacles. And then the following week after that, we have the closing to the Feast of Tabernacles. So coming down to those, we're gonna be doing those feast days in the school. Hold on one second. Let me just. One second, let me just see if it's- Hold on, someone said it's not very loud. Christ blessing. What about now? Is it? Hold on one second. Let me just check it on here. No, it's not. You know. You think? I think you got to talk right into the mic. Yeah, a few people said very low. What about now? How's it sounding now? Is it loud? Is it quiet? Let us know. Christ said it's okay now. Turn my TV up.
All right, no, so it's lucky about that, man. We're gonna get into it right now. Let us know how I'm sounding. How we sounding now? We're gonna go into it. If it gets low, let us know, and we'll do some technicals. I see what I want, man. So right about now, Channel 4 is doing some all black day thing. So Channel 4 got an all black day thing going on in which they're playing black movies all day or black programs all day. Was that for what's that for, man? That for Black History Month? I thought Black History Month is in October.
Black appreciation.
Some black appreciation. So we get the article on that. How they're playing all this playing all black movies, every black movie that ever existed for the whole day. They're playing black movies and stuff. I don't know what that's supposed to achieve, but that's what Channel 4 is doing, man. So lucky, I had no idea what they're doing. Let me get there real quick. Okay, it reads, what is Channel 4's Black to Front Day? Reason for black talent takeover revealed. So this is the reason why they're doing this what's it called? Black to Front Day. So it reads, Black Fronted specials, come dine with me, countdown, Gogglebox, big breakfast, and more are expected. Channel 4 will be celebrating and showcasing black talent with its Black to Front initiative on Friday, which is today. Black Fronted specials of Come Dine With Me, Countdown, Gogglebox, Big Breakfast, and more are expected. So what they're doing is every show that got black. So if you watch Countdown or Family Fortune, all the ones with black people in there, they'll play them episodes. So if you're watching, like, my really likes to watch Come Dine With Me. Like, if there's an episode with a black family in there, that's the one that will get aired today. If you like to watch Family Fortunes or whatever the case may be, that's the one that they will air today. Why? For commemoration of black people. Channel 4's Black to Front program begins at 6 a.m. Friday, September the 10th. Bear me a second. The broadcaster's program schedule will be fronted by black talent as part of their commitment to improve black representation, both on and off screen. The day features celebrity Gogglebox, Countdown, Channel 4 News, and all black presenting and reporting them. And Mo Gilligan fronts a one-off special of the Big Breakfast. So what they're saying is, to show commemoration to black people, they got a day where black people are doing all the shows, every program's black. And this is what they do to us to keep us asleep, man. And we think that we've achieved something. Why? Because Channel 4 is playing just black movies for the one day. Just for the one day. Meanwhile, a young white child, he feels strong and powerful. Why? Because every day is white day, man. They show appreciation to white people every day. Black man, we get one day and that's supposed to shut us up, keep us quiet, make us feel appreciated and loved. Meanwhile, white people don't need that. Why? Because they feel appreciated, man. They got white people in the House of Parliament, white people in the House of Lords, white people as policemen, and this makes them feel strong and powerful, man. As a kid, they turn on the TV and they see Superman white, man, Spider-Man white, man. They don't need this day to make them feel good. They feel good every single day, man. They feel good every single day when they read history and they know that their people put your people in slavery. They feel good when Spider-Man's white, Barbie dolls are white, everything is white, man. That's how strong they feel. I'm like, man, this one day ain't gonna make you feel right, man. If you want to feel right and you want to be proud of your heritage and where you come from, you gotta come to the ISUPK, man. This you want one day where they teach black programs. Listen, in the ISUPK is a black program every day, man. Brothers teach in the ISUPK, man. Sisters do the cooking in the ISUPK, man. Sisters braid the hair in the ISUPK. They design the clothes in the ISUPK. If you want to be proud, if you want a world where everything's black, you need to come to the ISUPK, man. Or you can wait once a year where you get one day where everything's black, just one day. Then the next day, everything goes back to normal. Or you can wait for Black History Month in October, just 1 month. In the UPK, we're black 24/7, man. 7 days a week, man. Only black people can step foot through these doors, man. We tell you that everything black is great, man. The prophets are black. God is black. Angels are black. Jesus Christ was black, man. And that's what you need. Not one day where they play all black shows, man. They dig deep into the archives and find an old family fortune with black people in there and play that for you, man. They get some old news forecast with Trevor McDonald, and put it on there so you can feel great, man. That's what we need, man. We need something greater than that, man. Like when Trevor
and it wasn't even completely fully black because you had tons of Africans on there as well.
That's right.
So you had tons of African history on there as well, where it was talking about Nigeria, and you had Nigerian people on there. And you know what? The sister that was in the countdown, I know her personally. So I know her personally. So I hit her up today. I said, "Yo, when did you film that?" She goes, "They filmed it in July." So there was a black countdown on there as well, where the whole cast was black. So yeah, these programs, obviously it's just TV. Just watch them if you want. If you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. But obviously, this doesn't mean okay, black people's welcome in Britain now. This doesn't mean that England's less racist than it is. It doesn't mean that, even though they give you documentaries like Stephen Lawrence, it doesn't mean England's not racist no more. Though they give you a little memorial or little statue, it doesn't mean England's not racist. So don't think these things mean we closer to England going one step in the right direction. It doesn't mean that, because what will happen is 2 days from now, white people and everyone else will forget that this was even on TV.
That's right.
Like while it is, they're putting anything on TV, whereas if they really cared about black appreciation, they would put ISUPK on the TV, man.
That's right.
They would put us on the TV, and then black people would see, okay, what these brothers is bringing out is heavy, and this is what we need to hear. But they're putting the Desmonds on the TV. Well, what can the Desmonds do for anyone?
And Desmond's old, man. Desmond said that come on, in the 90s?
They brought the whole cast out on there today.
Come on, man. Said that come on in the 90s, man. And they're supposed to make black people feel good about themselves, man. Still like it, bro.
So yeah, they're putting things like the Desmonds on there. They're putting things like "Come Dine with Me" on there. This ain't really Black Appreciation Day. Why? Because we ain't learning nothing. All these programs that they put on TV, we've watched them anyway. Well, it is they just dotted all around throughout the year. But now the difference is they've just gave you them all on one day. So it kind of don't mean nothing. Honestly, people are looking at it like, oh, this is a step in the right direction. England's starting to be multicultural when it's not. When what you got to realize is most of these programs that they're giving you is black people taking the mick out of themselves anyway.
That's right.
It's not like smart black people where you're learning something. I mean, what are you learning from Come Dine With Me? They got Caribbean people on there that can't cook.
That's right.
You ain't learning nothing from Come Dine With Me. What are you learning from the Desmonds? I'm sure the Desmonds is what? Comedy.
Comedy, man. Yeah, from way back, man. Not even new or prominent.
Mm-hmm.
It's old, man. It's a luck, yeah.
What's comedy doing for us, man? What's laughing and joking doing for us? So really, the programs that they're giving you, they know what they're doing, man. What they're doing is they're giving you black people who don't really represent black people. That's all they're doing, is giving you black people that don't represent black people. Really, if they really did care about this so-called Black Appreciation Day and whatnot, they would allow us to be on the TV, man. Just give us an hour. Give us an hour, man. All them Ofcom complaints would come in from white people, man. Right. White people to make sure those black people never get a slot on Channel 4 again, man.
That's true, man. I like what you said. They get some black people on Come Dine With Me, and these black people that's on there can't even cook black food, man. I watched you Come Dine With Me, and black guy was on there, and you had a white man critiquing his food, man. He was critiquing his Escovitch, man. I can't believe it, man. In fact, let me play that real quick, man.
Sir.
My vegetables I'm happy with. Fish is cooked. Presentation is not my forte.
Dumplings. What we've got here is a real wet, doughy mix, haven't we?
You've used too much cornmeal to flour mixture.
Your fish is overcooked, I'm afraid. You had it in the oven and then you fried it as well. However, the vegetables, lots of heat on there, lots of seasoning, not enough vinegar.
Through Escovitch fish, you've got a lovely amount of thyme running through it and the Scotch bonnet chilli. You put loads in there and that's great.
There is a massive sense of achievement. Even though I haven't got it absolutely spot on, I'm getting food out there within the allotted time, so that's an achievement for me.
And look at that, man. Would you get the cheek? Imagine you got an prostitute telling you that your Escovitch ain't got enough vinegar in there, man. Your dumplings too doughy, man. And that's how proud these devils are, man. That imagine it must be something to be a devil, man. Imagine you run the world. You even run black people's minds. You run what black people should think. You run what black people should worship. And you even run how another man's dish should taste like. Imagine that you go to imagine me going to India saying, nah, your curry ain't curry enough, man. You know, your curry, your chapati ain't, you don't taste chapati enough, man. That's how powerful white people are, man. That they decide how your food is supposed to taste like. They decide how your food, which it's not theirs, it's your food that you made up, that your country came with, and they tell you how it's supposed to look. Listen, man, these devils, man, they got power over the globe, man. They control what we should how we should think, what we should worship, what God we should serve, and they even come in your house. They steal our oil, they steal people's diamonds and land and stuff, but they even say how your food should taste, man. Saying how your dumplings are doughy. Like, what do you know about dumplings, man? British dumplings taste nothing like Caribbean dumplings, man. You know what I mean? White people are known for cooking fish, man, battered. What do they know about fried fish, man? What do they know about vinegar onions, man? But yet they can tell you how it's supposed to taste, man. It's like, yeah.
And listen, man, don't go on one of them shows, yeah, for white people to tell you how your food's supposed to taste. That's the last thing you want to do. Obviously, a white man's taste buds ain't the same as ours, man. But by looking at that dish, I can tell it didn't look good.
Nah, it looked kind of dead still.
It did look kind of dead. How, don't let a white man tell you you've used too much cornmeal to flour. Listen, man, I'll give you the ratio. If you use 4 cups of flour, you use 2 cups of cornmeal. That's how it works, man. You just half it. So you always put half the amount of cornmeal to the amount of flour you put in, man. But obviously, I don't know what this man probably put the same amount of cornmeal as flour that he put in. And clearly, he must have not cooked them long enough. His temperature must have been too high, man. Maybe his temperature was too high and the outside cooked and not the inside. But don't put yourself on one of these white man shows to make him critique you, man. Like, he knows what he's talking about. The man had the cheek to say, you got a lovely amount of time running through there. Esau doesn't lose time, man. Esau don't cook with peppers like we do. What do you say about the seasoning?
Let me what, should I play it back?
Yeah, play it back. Let me see what you said about the seasoning.
Yo, nah, man, say now it's not vinegar. What's this? Somebody dumped it too floury or some shit like that. Let me try to get it back.
Dion, please, sir.
My vegetables I'm happy with. Fish is cooked. Presentation is not my forte.
Dumplings. What we've got here is a real wet, doughy mix, haven't we?
You've used too much cornmeal to flour mixture.
Your fish is overcooked, I'm afraid. You had it in the oven and then you fried it as well. However, the vegetables, lots of heat on there, lots of seasoning, not enough vinegar.
Through Escovitch fish, you've got a lovely amount of thyme running through it and the Scotch bonnet chilli. You've put loads in there and that's great.
There is a massive sense of achievement. Even though I haven't got it absolutely spot on.
You know what? Esau just might be right in this case, you know, so luck, yeah. Nah, man, the dumpling was hella wet, man. It was cutting the dumpling with knife and fork, man. Listen, dumpling the thing you make, especially fried dumpling anyway. Certain you pick up with your hand and bite, man. This man was brocking up with a knife and fork. It looked like apple crumble like.
Yeah, the
It
way
like
it's just
crumble, man.
crumbling everywhere.
Nah, man, that's terrible, man. That's terrible. Listen, it's a lucky like one. That's terrible.
And and the white man said your fish is overcooked. You cannot go to Esau to find out if your food's cooked. Listen, what you gotta realize is a man that likes his steak blue rare, like Esau does. Esau likes his steak blue rare, blood all over the plate. Obviously, if you bring a steak to him which is well done, he's gonna say it's overcooked, man. The white man's taste buds ain't like ours, man.
That's right.
Like you're gonna beat yourself up believing that your steak's too cooked. Remember, what you gotta realize is this man likes his food not cooked. This man likes his food raw and whatnot. Some people like sushi. I don't know how. It's nice, lawful to eat because obviously there's no blood in it. But eating sushi, I've never had it in my life.
No, I've tried. I've seen it, but I've never. I can't.
You know what I'm saying it's not unlawful if you like.
Fish wrapped in rice, man.
I don't know what it's
Depending on what
fish
fish is clean, but I can't. Man. It's too cold and shit. Man.
Like some people go to Sainsbury's and eat the sushi straight out the freezer. They get it out the freezer, open it. I see the Edomites doing it. They go to the freezer, they open it, and they're eating the sushi. Now for me, now sushi, if it's depending on what fish it is, it's lawful if you want to eat it. But the black people that I know, we don't really have sushi. I don't know. You might know. You might be a different kind of black person. Like I said, it's not unlawful. But where I grew up and from what I know, we don't really do the sushi. Our fish has to be cooked, man. We eat what's them little ones that our grandma used to cook? This was sprat.
Nah, man,
No,
really.
them tiny fish, them little fish.
Oh, I think the sprat for you, you know. Yeah.
Get me? You must. Yeah, everyone online. You must remember about them tiny fishes, sprats. You'd have those with dumplings, man. You remember that with the dumplings?
I used to have brim, you know, brim and tilapia and
Nice,
snapper
the
fish
sprat.
and parrotfish.
Listen, man. These devils could never ever tell my grandma your fish is overcooked, man. And you see that black guy there. These is the kind of ones that they had on the Channel 4 show. So it's these kind of black men that don't represent black men. What you gotta realize is not every black person represents black people.
That's right.
Obviously, sometimes there's black people who is like eat them like this man with his watery dumplings, man. The man mashed his dumplings, man crushed his dumplings with a fork, man. It was like mashed potato the way he just moved it with a fork, man. Listen, man, don't put yourself in these dumb shows to be critiqued by some Edomite.
There you go, man. These are the same men that what make black pudding, man. For anyone that don't know, black pudding is like what? Pig blood. That's what curdled up and what's it called? Coagulated. What's the word? Coagulated. And they turn it into a pudding, man. These are the same people that have a pudding called black pudding, and they're gonna critique you and tell you how it should be, man. Like what would they know? These are the same people that if it weren't for the microwave, their women couldn't cook, man. The woman wouldn't be chefs if it weren't for the microwave. Now they want to tell us what's in and how it's supposed to be. And they're the judges of what's right and what's wrong, man. That's ridiculous, man. It's like a quarters you get them in? My, come on. It was hard still. You saying? How'd you get that pattern? Come on, that's what I like about this guy, man. I can't take a seat, man. But yeah, but we're gonna go to the next one right now. Look, Officer Quarters are there. You know what I mean? Catch him a shop soon, land. Get into a few good stories. Also, make sure you contact the number, man. 079 607 46784. 079 607 46784. Big up to man like Matthew from Brum, Christ Blessing, Raquel, Ahawabar. We also got in here Hadassah, Benjamin. We got Azariah, Maccabee. We got Kamala. We got Sharapar. Got James from Judah, all the way from Leicester. We got Free Thinker Summit. Big up to Ty. Big up to Danica Brown, all the way from Leeds. Nakapaya. Let's get Nakapaya hand, man. Congratulations on your new baby, man. Yeah, man. Congrats to the new baby, man. You know what I mean? The Dagobah said he wants the middle name. Said he wants the middle name, Nakapaya, man. Said he wants a middle name for himself, man. What do you say? Dagobah. Dagobah said he wants the middle name, man. Shout out to Taznawa I. And we're gonna get into it, man. So make sure you contact number 07960 746784. So let's get into it. So I'm hearing now, Dagobah, I'm gonna have to say something that might break your heart, you know. Salaki, man. Salaki, ready for it?
Go on, I know what he's gonna say.
What I'm gonna say?
Go on.
What am I saying? What am I saying?
I know what he's gonna say. Go on.
What am I saying first? But tell me what I'm saying.
Go on.
No, I'm not going to say it.
The floor's yours. Go on.
Come on, man. What am I going to say? Oh, really?
I know what he's gonna say. Come on.
What am I going to say? So luck. All right, Save. As soon as you know, yeah, I'll drop it, man. So luck, yeah.
I know where we're going.
You know where we're going, yeah?
I know where we're going.
You know where we're going, yeah? Man, then, come on, man. Ain't this your artist right here, man?
What's it got on there, though?
Ain't your artist right here, man, with his nails did. Oh, come on, someone explain.
What colour is his nails? Because I'm kind of colour blind, you know.
They're clearly pink, my G.
What are the pink, or is it the lighting? Is it white and it's just the light? I think it's the light. There might be white and it might just be the lighting.
The glass, though, man. Yeah, man, how you meant to be a bad man? With your trigger finger glassed up, man.
Little dirt, man. We're meant to see gunpowder on there, man. Not no. Meant to see gunpowder on there, not no pink, man. Is it pink?
Lord, you know what? It could be.
I think it's the
regular color, but it's glassed, man.
You see what it is? Like. Yeah, I don't think it's painted. I think what it is. Men. Sometimes men. I wouldn't do it, but men go and get their nails done in glass. Have you seen them do it?
Nah, man.
You see my hands. My hands have to be rough because I'm a man. I'm a man. It's understandable. Like I ain't trying to be like these little sweet boys getting my nails done. Imagine you getting your nails all cleaned out with the silk. Listen, my hands is rough, man.
The most about do a little clip in it. Get a bit too long.
Don't even need to clip them. Just bite them, man. I just bite them. All of this pretty boy stuff can't touch her unless my nails are done. Listen, man. Men have become. Listen, man. Little Dirk, man. I can't believe it, man. Men have become soft. You know, quarters are.
Even a man what you call it considered bad, man.
Even niggas from Chirac. Good night. Listen, man, you see if you're in Chicago, man, you better look for Captain Marquardt, man.
That's right.
You better look for Captain Marquardt where their nails ain't gonna be like that, man. Little Dirk, man, I don't know what he's playing at, man. But you know what? All these musicians are like that. Every last one of them are gay. Drake. They make some good music, but I think every last one of them are soft and gay. Drake.
Oh, but you can't put Drake out there, man.
Little Dirk.
You can't put Drake out there.
Kanye West. I think Drake's gay, you know. I'm telling you, Drake's gay, man. Can't you see? Can't you see that his whole mannerisms are gay?
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
Man, don't put Drake out there, man.
Every last one of them, certified lover boy. You know, Drake's gay, man. With that heart tattoo, with the heart cut in his head.
Yeah, that's gay.
You know, and I'm seeing some niggas with that haircut. I seen a dark skinned nigga with it. I was like, well, damn. A dark skin man, it's kind of not for you, kind of thing. Like it's kind of not for you. Like his scalp's the same color as his hair. Like you can't really tell. Like you ain't supposed to do them gay. What would you even call it?
What, haircuts, trims, or
the heart. What would you even call it?
With the heart
the pattern, the patterns.
It's trimmed to your head top, innit? The wickedest thing is my daughter got the same hairstyle, man, but she got it braided in, man. How are you, my daughter got the same hairstyle, man? Come on, man. And you had the nerve to put a catch. The nerves to try and endorse. You had to put a caption on there saying, "Yo, you can't be touching girls if your hands ain't like this."
Go back to that picture again.
Trying to make it sound all cool and shit. So can't touch it if your nails ain't like this.
Honestly, you know what? This is what happens when your woman influences you, man. Really, you know that when his decision. Like sometimes you look at a man and then you have to think, well, what made him decide to do this? What is in his mind that would make him do this? And then usually it's his woman, man. His woman will be saying, yo, get your nails done. Come and get a pedicure with me. Come and get a manicure with me. That's the kind of things that you won't be saying, and you'll be saying no. Then your woman will be saying, oh, come and get a facial with me. And then before you know it, you're lying on the bed getting a facial. You're lying on the bed getting your nails done and your toes done. Now I'm saying you can't look after yourself. Nah, I ain't saying that, man, but be masculine, man.
That's right.
I mean, you're sitting there. How do you sit in the salon and point your nails?
Your nails like so. Oh.
How do you bend your wrist and point your nails like that? Listen, man, you rather cut my hands off before I do that gay stuff.
That's right.
I'd rather have no limbs before I do that gay stuff. Right. Sitting in some Chinese man's salon, and they're painting my nails and what's that thing called that they dig out your nails? What's the scientific name for it? What's the name again? Nah, there's a scientific name for what they do with your nails when they scrub it. And one of your sisters online must know, man. Nah, it's called some
file.
Nah, there's
a
scientific name for the stuff that they get out your nails. Come on, one of your sisters must know, man. always got them big nails, man. You must know, man. Cuticles, is that it? That's the one.
The white things here, innit?
Yeah, is that they do your cuticles, all of those things, man. Listen, man, little dirt, man. Just be a man. Your hands are allowed to be rough. Listen, man. We go gym so much that you know quarters are when you get them things on your hand there. You know you get them things on your hand there. Yeah.
yeah. The calluses.
You get them calluses, and when you touch surfaces, it goes. Listen, man. That's what we have in here, man. Because we're men in here, man. We ain't gonna cut our nails and look pretty and I don't know, man. That's just gay beer, man.
Oh, so lucky. Someone just brought it to my attention.
What did he say?
So you can't touch your kitty if your nails ain't like this.
Yeah.
So the cat. What I do?
She doesn't want you.
So
Oh, well, you know, a man can go to the bathroom and wash his hands. You know, we got hand gel and soap in the bathroom. You know, we got hand gel and soap in the bathroom.
I do this. I've been touching. I'll do all types of with these hands. With these bitten nails, man. I ain't got to get a manicure, man.
Exactly, and them babies come out just fine.
There you go, man. So
babies come out just fine.
Tell them, Dogger. Tell them,
I mean, who made that rule? But obviously, be hygienic, man. You can wash your hands.
That's right.
You can go soap up your hands, put some hand gel on there, make them clean, cream them with the cocoa butter. You can do all of that, man. But as far as salons and the Chinese woman digging at your cuticles and digging at your cuticles and you putting all these captions, obviously you don't need to go that far, man. I don't know.
And there's no way you can flip it, man. You can't try. You can't. I don't care how you're trying to flip it, man. You can't make that sound gangster, man.
I prefer 63rd, man.
And this is Dogger goes. You prefer 63rd now. You know what I mean? We're done now, man. Catch my shot there in the building. You get me?
Yeah, I prefer 63rd now.
Slow.
So yeah, getting all your cuticles digged out, and it's, I wouldn't say it's gay, but it's not manly. So what you want to do is be a man, be masculine, and just wash your hands, man. Obviously, you do a hard day's work. You wash your hands.
Say, now you prefer 63rd now?
I prefer them now. I prefer FBG docking them now, to be fair.
That's right.
I prefer them now.
That's what it is, man.
No, I ain't no sweat.
You want this one?
No. I prefer them. Let me grab one from you. Oh, this one, on the board or?
No.
I can use that one?
Come on, Council.
Get a hand this one up.
Come on, Council. I'll find
Get
it.
us up right here. Gotta find somewhere to put us up right here.
I think we could string it through, you know.
String it drill, get through it.
String it around the rail.
I'll get a hook or something that it could remove.
It's like I said, what's your thoughts on this, man? These bad man rappers talking about, you know what I mean? They saying that you can't touch a girl's kitty unless she nails are like this, man. You know what I mean? We're making babies, it's fine, man. Our nails are all types of mash up. You know what I mean?
What you saying?
You saying you can't be touching girls' kitty if your nails are like this, trying to make pedicure nails the thing, you know. These bad man rappers are gone soft, you know.
Okay, I mean, there ain't no law against it, so there ain't no sin. Yeah, there ain't no law against it, so there ain't no sin. But put back up the picture, though. But the way he has his hands says everything. You know what I mean? That's how a woman looks at her nails. Men look at their nails like this. That's all you know. When a man checking out his, dirt and shit, a man just do this shit here. A woman does this. So when he do that, that's my issue. There ain't no law against going in there and getting your pedicure, getting your feet done. That ain't unlawful. But his spirit might be off. Because just how he put his hand, you know what I mean? Like there's little things, like old school traditions, are certain things you just can't get away from. You know what I mean? There's certain things you just can't get away from. You know what I mean? He is right about that. You can't be touching up the girl, you know what I mean, with oily fingers and then you know what I mean, poisoning your fountain. You know what I mean? You poison them. I'm trying to tell you, down there it's sacred. Like, gotta make sure that things stay clean. Make sure that pH right. Like, I mean, she gotta go to her clinics right. You got to keep yourself clean, but the way how he have his hand like this here, like you tell the nigga, yeah, let me see your nails, and he do this thing here. Men just do this here always. A man, say, watch your hands. A man will do this. He'll always do that. Yeah, a man will always do that. It's just second nature. Just watch it. See, anytime you see somebody do this thing here, yeah, something up there. You mightn't be gay, or you might be influenced. You know what I mean?
Gotta work out, man.
Oh, Crawford, this is what I'm talking about. You see, you touch me, it's meant to feel these.
Meant for them calluses, man.
What's the name of them? What's the name of them?
Calluses, I think it's called.
It's called. That's what it's meant to feel, man.
Gym hands, man. Oh no, it was gone soft, man. It's mad. Even these so-called bad man rappers, man. What's that next one, man? Lil Uzi Vert.
No, he's gay though, man.
He got 25K diamond in his forehead. No, 25 million. And he got robbed there, he got jacked though.
Did they take the diamond though?
Apparently a fan took it, but he goes, no, a fan didn't take it.
I'm sure he took it out before that though.
Nah, let me see if I got it here. 1 second. That's how gay he is, man. So like him, man. But he's claiming that no one didn't take it. Shit.
So what he's saying happened?
He goes, it dropped out. I got a video here somewhere saying it dropped out or something like that. But the article saying that someone took it out of his head. He said that. I swear he said that if it comes out his head, it would die. Let me see if I got it right here. It's a little Uzi Vert's 24 mil diamond ripped out by a fan. That's another suspect rapper here, man. Doing them woman poses, the whole card. I think his tongue is tatted as well, man. Oh no, man. Them tattoo up brothers. There's some of them are suspect, man. But this is what he claims what happened. Let me see if we can play it real quick.
Diamond brother?
Yes. I had a show at Rolling Loud and I jumped in the crowd and they kind of ripped it out.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I still had a diamond, so I feel good.
Boy, imagine that, man. Man, come for your diamond. Once upon a time, you had to watch your chain or your watch or something. Now you got to watch a diamond in your forehead, man. You're lucky you got that, because 24 mil was set, man, for life.
Yeah, that shit ain't with him.
He's a pink diamond, though.
I believe in that. That's plastic. That ain't no 20. That ain't no 24 mil diamond in his head. That ain't no different than I keep forgetting. That ain't no different than when Alkaline paint the eye black, and everybody thought it was actual ink in his eyeball. You know what I mean? Everybody was going crazy. So a couple fools went blind trying to do the same trying to do the the tattoo, because Alkaline came out. Pull up a picture of Alkaline in the beginning. You know what I mean? Alkaline came out with the black eyeball, you know, with the whole demon thing, the whole, you know what I mean, the whole anti-Christian quote unquote. Not saying, you know, he is a demon or he's 666, but he wanted a different image. You know what I mean? Put up a good one too, with the black eyeball, right? So that's young Alkaline there, right, before the bleaching. Then there's the one on the extreme left too, right? That's young Alkaline. Then the extreme left there, right there in the black. Where the yeah, get a mouse though, karate, yeah. That keypad doesn't work for this. Yeah, get a mouse out. Now there's pull up where you get the picture from in the first place. Just let me see that one. No, you ain't have to unshare it. You just pull up go to the tab with the pic, right to the extreme left. Extreme left. Yeah, I think that one there, his eyes black too. Right, his eyes black there. You could see it. Go to the one in the middle on the bottom row. Yeah. Right, I don't think that's him. That's a fan trying to do it, right? Right, that's somebody who tried to copy Alkaline and actually go and get the injection in the white of the eye and make it black. But come to find out now, Alkaline was wearing contact lenses and it wasn't tattoo. You know what I mean? But everybody thought he really went and do the thing, and people was researching it and how they could, like real life thing, people was actually trying to do it and, you know, messed up their eyes trying to follow Alkaline. So these artists, there's a ton of capping be going on, man. Like, how much is Uzi Vert worth? What's his net worth? Wherever you going, I'm too wild with it. You know what I mean? I'll grab anything there from. They're still Guinness over there. Yeah.
So what?
Guinness. Yeah, I'll grab one. You need some cash for it?
No.
Are you good? Oh, no sweat. You know what I mean? Where's Uzi Vert Netwood?
No, it can't be that much because you have to save up for that diamond. So, from what I remember,
19 mil.
His net worth is 19 mil. Look up. Don't go. I'll pull it up on your phone. Try and see if you see another source for Uzi Vert. What is Uzi Vert net worth? Even if you're in the chat room, check it. You type it in. Let me see. 16 mil. His net worth ain't even the value of the damn pink diamond. So you can't sell me a cat and bag, man. You selling me a 6 for 9. You selling me a 6 for 9 to get me to believe you have a $24 million diamond in your head and you worth less than the diamond. Nah, that's cap, man. That's a piece of plastic he stick on there and the glue fall off. Right, that's all that is. It's image. Remember, the man who paying them niggas is a devil. He's the oppressor. You know what I mean? He's the one who creating all these images, who letting these brothers do these things. That little Uzi Vert there, he be doing the like the rock and roll / rap shit. But if you hear him do a freestyle, he could really rap. Some of them mumble rappers could really rap. You know what I mean? Yeah, they could really rap, but that's not the image they want. And they choose the most feminine rapper and they make him more feminine and give him a whole ton of money to be feminine and act feminine. And then they put a pink, thing in his head. And that comes from that movie Endgame. And
I didn't watch the Endgame, but I've seen it.
the one with Thanos.
Yeah.
And there's a really useless superhero. I don't know what the hell he does do, but he had a pink diamond. And
Thanos cut it out.
Thanos ripped that shit out that nigga head and killed that nigga.
They tried to do precision, like precisely with the laser.
Yeah, Thanos just come and hold him and take that shit and kill that nigga just like that. He get an idea from there, but that ain't no real diamond in his head, man. That's definitely not no real diamond in his head. Imagine that shit fall on the ground and he get it back. How? And niggas just can't get the chain back. That's worth what? 15 grand, 100 grand, 50 grand. The chain, but but you understand what I'm saying? A chain with 50 grand, and that somebody rip it off your neck, and niggas is fighting to get away with the chain because it's worth something that represents something. Now you have a diamond that worth 24 million. He get that, but nah. You could sell them that story. You can't sell me that story.
Nah,
you know what I mean? I just watch my hands like this, Uzi. You can't sell me that nonsense.
You can take to niggas that hold their hand like this, man. They're like real niggas,
man. But always remember too with these young brothers. This is always remember too with these young brothers. This is not their choice. This ain't their choice to be like that. Yeah. Is it draft? Shit, slack. Yeah. I should have told you. That's all they have? God damn. Nah, I must have draft. Yeah. The draft is the powder under this. Shoot it up in the jump. Salak. Yeah. My fault. I'm gonna repay for that. Salak. Yeah.
That's a specialist, Guinness specialist.
Yeah. No, I'm too hard on the man. Just give me a bottle of water. I'll be straight. Yeah. These brothers, Salaki, these brothers and them who doing all that weird stuff, that ain't them. That's the oppressor choosing the image for you. You know what I mean? Even musically. You remember Mariah Carey?
Come on.
You remember when she came out?
The big two bloom breasts, isn't it?
Nah, when Mariah Carey, when she came out, she was not anything like that. They wouldn't let her show her body for 2 years. Mariah Carey looked like a little country white girl. Little country white girl, jeans down to her ankles, sweater all the way up to her neck, down to her wrist. You could pull up pictures of her in her first year, second year. Mariah Carey, you see all that thing where she, short skirt and them breasts ain't hers. That's the next thing. Them breasts belong to the surgeon, Dr. Miami. But that image she had, right that's her in the beginning. That first picture right there. right? When she came out, she wasn't that what you see her now. That's what they definitely forced her into. She said she wanted to go out a little bit more raw, but they told her she couldn't do it, and she had to be all the way covered up. And you could even if you pull up one of her first music videos, you could turn the audio down. Scroll down one more. Scroll down one more. On the all the way to the left, you see the green?
Car on car.
Isn't that her too?
Car on
No,
car.
that's the same Mariah Carey today. That's the same woman. That's the same broad. And you know, I mean, you look at her and you wondering, well, what the hell is this? Going on? Is they design her image for it. They design her image, and as she get bigger and get more control of her brand, she get to wear whatever the hell she want, and she come out with that shit. But they be designing what you see. You understand? Like, well, what you see, just make sure the volume is all the way down so we don't get flagged. Two out of two. You know what I mean? They're designing what it is you see. You know what I mean? They ain't. It's not like that's really what the athlete want to look like. Not the athlete, the artist want to look like. But they giving you that package that they think is gonna sell. You know what I mean? Is it there?
Come on, come.
That's her.
Why don't blow?
Okay, that's a live performance. I wanted a music video. You could drop it if you can't find it. That's a live performance. You might have to go back and search a little more. But anybody who would remember Mariah Carey in the beginning, right in the beginning, like I'm talking her first few songs, her first year. You know what I mean? She wasn't dressing like how she was now. You know what I mean? Her image was way different. And it comes from your record label, it comes from your manager or whoever else. That's who decides how you look until you get a certain amount of power. You know what I mean? So when you see Uzi Vert with all them tattoos, you want to ask yourself how much control he have over his image.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You want to see exactly what will it take, you know what I mean, to get all the way out there as far as he want to go with it. You know what I mean? Like look at the so-called kind of clean kind of, you know what I mean, girl next door type image versus to what was there before. And I think that ain't even earlier on. Earlier on, she had that curly hair, looking like a little country girl. You know what I mean? So don't come down too hard on them brothers when you see them wearing certain things and goofy. And keep in mind, these brothers is 15 getting $100 million contract.
That's right.
Growing up, bread and water. You know what I mean? Section 8 housing or council housing. You get a little 15-year-old $100 million. He know he had to take care of his family. If you tell that nigga he had to put a pink diamond in his head, he gonna put a pink diamond in his goddamn head if it mean mommy could get dialysis and uncle could get chemotherapy, right. And I could move out the hood and blah 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 blah. He gonna do it. It's not like he want to do the shit, but he gonna do it. So it's kind of unfair how society be coming down on these brothers so rough, as if they watch the thing sliding off of it at the top, as if they really in control of what they're doing. They ain't in control of what they're doing, man. They just they're slaves getting paid to be a slave.
That's right.
Just on the back of that with these celebrities, I forgot to tell you, what's that woman's name who sings that song Walking Trophy? The Jamaican, what's her name?
Annika.
Is that her name?
Annika Harding.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Well, she just came out the other day saying she's a virgin and she's bisexual. So yeah, if you didn't know.
That's marketing, man. That's marketing.
Yeah, she's a virgin and bisexual. How do you be? I don't get it. She's a virgin and bisexual.
She's confused.
I'm trying to work it all out.
Nah, man. Annika, I think it is. Annika Harding.
Women used to love that tweet. Nah. I don't know what she's series. I don't know what she is.
Yeah, it's a stumbling block. The Lord says, lay not a stumbling block before your brother. Shensia is a stumbling block before the men of the Lord. You don't know what the hell you is.
No.
What's her name?
It's Hood Celebrity Slack, your wrong one.
Is that her name?
That's her name, must be.
Yeah, so she came out and said she's. What did she say now? She's a virgin. She's never had sex with a man, but she's bisexual.
So how she know she bisexual if she not bisexual? Like that don't make no sense. But it's once again it's marketing. Like if she never had no sex with a man, they come out and they say it for the next year, everybody niggas gonna be on her. And the bisexual thing selling now because women don't want loose. So like, you really have to look at it. They have a certain amount of personal responsibility, but really, them music managers, man, they what I mean.
It's like keep that one. So it's quite right about now. It's quarter past.
Hey, hold on, you ain't on the camera, man. What's going on with the camera?
I thought it's been a bit more, please, I'm sure.
You might have to push it back a little bit. You might push the camera back a little. Nah, man. Nah, yeah. Yeah, man. No problem. Nah, please, man. Come on, man.
I tell you, a bit to the records.
I don't know. I'll have half a face for my brothers. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that should be alright.
Yeah, man.
So right about now, you know what I mean? We're a bit over 10:15. But you know, it's quarters. I'm gonna hit you right now with the boys section.
Why, sad that intro bad, man. You have to run that back one more time, you know.
That made that intro fill up the whole screen, man. That boy side section was big time, man.
Power in that
I said that one back in the editing lab, man.
Bro.
That shit set me up by expecting, cause me when you get my party.
So lucky about that, man.
My party, man. The pot cooking and smelling good, but the party come out.
Your vegetable patty as well, so lucky, man.
Yo, this is the Officer Quatazar tuning into On the Ends Radio with the Boys segment. What you got for me, officer? What we got there? I'll be at the front of queue to change my slave name. I'll go down a little bit, see what the article says. Sounds like foolishness to me. For more than 3 centuries, the Dutch shipped more than 500,000 African across the Atlantic. Descendants of African slaves have told the BBC they would change their surname. Why, sir? It sounds like foolishness to me. You know why? Because what you're gonna change the names to?
Exactly.
That's right.
You don't even know what to change it to. You're gonna end up changing it to some next English name.
That's right.
Which belongs to your slave oppressor, man. This is why you have to come in the ISUPK.
That's right.
You'll get your Hebrew name. You understand? You get your culture back. You understand? And you'll know why you're getting it back. Run the next one from the officer.
That's right.
But the people them don't know yet. The people them don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's why you have to have compassion on your people. That's why we go out there and teach. What does that one say there?
Customers face permanent food shortage fueled by lack of lorry drivers, warns industry leader.
Why, sir? England are go through some torment right about now with the lorry driving, That's,
they can't hear you too well.
You can't hear me?
That's well.
Salakia, let me read that one again.
Everybody drop out one if you hear in Quatazar.
Salakia 1, number 1.
Yeah, just drop out 1 if you're here in Quatazar. I don't know, just give me, might have some audio problem.
Hello, number 1.
Yeah, go ahead, Quatazar. You good?
All right. So lucky I go back up because I did forget what the article said. I forgot. Boys. Yo, trust me, everything a short circuit right about now. Customer face permanent food shortage fueled by lack of lorry drivers, warns industry leader. Why, sir? That's why, you know, all the shops that were in a drought right now, man. I went shopping over there and nothing was on the shelf, man. And you see what else? These packing men are trying to jump on the lorry thing, you know. Couple of them nearly ran me off the road, man. That's what I'm saying, man. These packing men can't drive for nothing, you know. See, this is why some of our people need to get on this lorry driving, man. So the roads are safe, man. Yo, trust me and get that 40% pay rise as well, man. You know what I mean, like the captain. What, you know what? Run the next article because, yeah. Trust me, in England, I go down in the drain, man. What does that say? Cloutimus Maximus, rapper, has gold chains implanted in his skull. Go down a bit. You see what these people are. What's wrong with people? Cloutimus Maximus. You know what else about that name? Like it's off. He's trying to derive it off gluteus maximus. So you know, like your bottom. He's called himself after a bottom, fam. Like I don't understand. So not only is implanted stuff in his head, but he's called himself after a bottom, man. I don't understand. Like you see them people there. Some of our people are sick in the head, you know, Captain. You reckon it's social media? I think it's just a bit ill.
You think if he didn't have no Instagram or Facebook or Facebook Live or TikTok, you think he would just implant gold in his head and walk out the road?
I don't know. You know, I think he might just be mad in the head.
Nah, stop.
You know, some people end up in like the madhouses and that, but he ain't reached that level yet. You understand? He's just like,
and that ain't even once again, that ain't real gold.
You don't reckon?
Nah, that plastic chain from Soho Road, but I'm telling you, that ain't real gold.
Either way, you can't come to Birmingham.
You can't go nowhere with that.
Yo, I'm gonna get that jag out.
You can't go nowhere with that implant.
Yo.
So he have a golden lace front then.
Yo, some golden weave, Remy weave. I don't know what that is, man. But, you
Maximus Cloud. Listen, you're gonna get Maximus robbed. That's what you're gonna do. Some girl gonna snatch your weave off, your gold weave.
That's right.
Idiot.
He's a maximum fool, Captain. But, yeah. I lack of knowledge, man. This is where you gotta come into the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, man. This is the Officer Quatazar tuning out of On the Ends Radio with the Boysa segment.
Literally. That's why the boys section's hard, man. I know man like what's his name? Cloutimus. Cloutimus get all that clout, man. So lucky, man.
That man doing anything for clout. If doing anything for clout was a person. That's him.
Do anything for clout.
Do anything for clout.
So again, man, we go to the next something now. We change gears, man. For anyone that don't know, there's a place in England, London actually, central London called Speaker's Corner. It was actually in Hyde Park, but they got a corner in Hyde Park, which they call Speaker's Corner. You know what I mean? The Arabs. Anyone that don't know, come on. England is run by Islam. Islam is taking over. Black people turn to Islam, white people and everything. So there's a Turkish woman who's been at Speaker's Corner for years, is bothering them. She'll come with pictures of Muhammad and laughing and mocking him, and she believes in the blood of Jesus. And this woman got stabbed, man. Literally, like a month ago, got stabbed, man. And it made the news. You know what I mean? And this is what the news was saying about this whole Speaker's Corner thing.
Believed to be a vocal critic of Islam, has been stabbed in London. The incident happened at Hyde Park's famous Speaker's Corner. Her injuries are not said to be life-threatening, but you may find the following video disturbing. This footage shows a large group of people gathered in the park. The victim is towards the back. A man dressed in black can be seen violently striking the woman. What happened? Well, while the authorities and major media outlets did not name the victim or give any specific details, bloggers and activists identified her as 39-year-old Hatun Tash. She is said to have fled Turkey after renouncing Islam for Christianity and was regularly seen preaching in Hyde Park. Previously, the woman was escorted by police from the park over fear of attacks against her and was even banned from Speaker's Corner after a number of threats. One thing that hasn't gone unnoticed, though, is that at the time of the attack, she was wearing a Charlie Hebdo T-shirt. The French satirical magazine has been in the spotlight many times over its caricatures, one of them portraying the Prophet Muhammad, you'll remember, led to a series of deadly Islamist attacks back in 2015. However, her shirt didn't depict the Prophet. Instead, it showed a kiss between a cartoonist and a Muslim preacher captioned, "Love is stronger than hate." Now, much of the media here has either focused solely on the fact she was wearing a Charlie Hebdo shirt or that it was a woman who was attacked in Hyde Park, while London's Mirror has been criticised for not even acknowledging the incident.
If a woman is stabbed in Hyde Park and Mayor of London Sadiq Khan doesn't mention it, did it even happen?
So, Sadiq Khan, I thought Speaker's Corner was a place where debate and critique could take place freely. Why haven't you condemned the atrocious stabbing in the park yesterday?
A little quiet on this latest London stabbing, Sadiq Khan.
Well, police in London are warning against making any premature conclusions over the reason behind the stabbing.
I would ask people not to speculate on the motive for the attack until we have established the full facts.
We discussed with our guests why much of the media's coverage of the incident left many pertinent details out.
It should be a main story, and I think it's because some of the media are concerned that it will inflame sort of anti-Muslim tensions, but that would be totally wrong because the vast majority of Muslims are against that sort of conduct. So it would be the responsible thing for British media to actually mention this story, not keep it quiet. I think very sadly it was a conscious decision of those media to do exactly that, and I think it's irresponsible and I think it's wrong, and there always will be people who convert from one religion to another. There are many religions in the world and it happens all the time, and we can't have a situation where somebody who purports to be in a particular religion believes that it's their right to attack somebody because they've changed to another religion.
We live in these funny times where we think that if we mention atrocities like this, that would be somehow viewed as Islamophobic or some sort of a bigotry or racism. British public, or at least the government, is afraid to still talk about this issue. And as I said, less we talk about it, worse this problem is going to get. I'm actually genuinely worried that these kind of things are going to happen a lot more unless we have a genuine, honest discussion about this, that blasphemy has a place in a free society.
Discuss my ass. Lock them niggas up, man. Lock their ass up. Lock their ass up. Now, nobody ain't talking about no knife crime now. Because it's an Arab do it, it's not knife crime. That plague in the streets of London, knife crime. Why is this not gang affiliated? Why is this not considered a hate crime? Because it was driven by hate. Because she criticized your goddamn religion, your delicate pedicured religion, you go stab the broad up. For what? And you're a closet homosexual with the amount of rage you exert on that woman for absolutely no reason. You're an absolute closet homosexual. Let me tell you something. These Arabs is violent monsters with their religion, man. Absolutely violent monsters. Their religion has no depth. That's why they can't beat you with their own book. They can't pull nothing. They can't pull a scripture. They can't do anything. They can't battle their religion. They have to rely on violence. It's a jailhouse religion. It's full of intimidation. It's outnumbering. It's Alibaba and the 40 thieves. That's what the hell it is. The more of them it is, the more they feel empowered. You understand? Like he would have never did that if he was by himself. If he was that thorough. If he was by himself, he'd have never did it. And shame on you, England, man. Shame on you, England. That old red cross you all like to wear about the crusades, and you all should strip all that down. Forget the National Cathedral and whatever big church you all have over here. Take all of that down and let the Queen wear a burqa. Because you all done bent all the way over for these Arabs, man. You all bent all the way over for them and you all ain't doing a goddamn thing about it. So they get to stab somebody in the street. Had that been some little black boy stabbing somebody else, it would have been plastered. What we gonna do about knife crime? Legislation for knife crime. More police control. Stop and frisk. Stop and search. Illegal searches. All this type of thing you all have put on our head. You all would have deported that young man if he was black. But this Arab get to walk free just because he's Muslim? Man, shame on England, man. The Queen done become weak. The throne has become weak. The government has become weak. The 3 lions have become 3 pussycats. The 3 lions have become 3 pussycats. Right? I ain't give a goddamn about that Edomite woman. I couldn't care less about her. But fact is fact, man. Like and they call us a hate group. They say we a cult. Who the hell we ever stabbed? People throw stuff at us, spit on us, threaten us. We don't lay a hand on nobody. Nobody. You disagree? That's your right to disagree. But you want to put a knife somewhere in me because I disagree. God gonna kill all you Arabs, man. The Lord gonna destroy all you Arabs and your fake God, man. That's absolutely ridiculous, man. And Hyde Park used to be where, it was strongly, had a black presence down there, from what I remember.
One place where, Hyde Park's supposed to be the place where you can disagree.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be the place, it's a place where you're supposed to be able to say, I don't agree with Islam. Not even just religion, just in politics, anything. And you're getting stabbed in the place where you're supposed to voice your opinion. That's how when the Bible says Ishmael's a wild person, that's these Arabs, man. They're wild, man. They see you in prison, black men, and try to convert you and talk about it's all, Allah's about beneficent and peaceful.
And the merciful and all this kind of trash.
Where's the mercy, man? Well, I see black Muslim gangs in London beating people up and harassing them if they don't convert, man. I seen people getting stabbed in Hyde Park. And guess what? This ain't the first incident, man. A brother was rushed before in Hyde Park. Why? Because he didn't want to agree with Islam, man.
Right.
And that's the behavior of these Arabs, man. So like I said.
Anybody else?
You know, man, chime in for move on.
Yeah, man. And you know about Islam and black people? I don't understand why black people enter the religion of Islam. Like, how many of our people, the black people, are in Islam today? Islam is a renowned religion, a very popular religion, and it doesn't do anything for our people. You understand? It doesn't get our people out of this lower state that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Our people enter prisons and want to enter into Islam, but what does it actually do for black people? Like, this is why I asked a lot of my friends that are in the religion of Islam, like, how is it going to benefit you to be in Islam? And I can't get an answer. This is why a lot of people don't want to debate religion, because they get offended because they can't answer any questions. And this is the problem, man. This is why our people have to get out of religions and come into the ISUPK, because we got all the answers. When people question us and we're out on that podium in town, we answer every question that comes to us. So, yeah, man, this is why you gotta come into the ISUPK.
That's right. So let's read that from a real quick graph here, please.
Genesis 16:12. And he will be a wild man.
You could skip up so we know who we're talking about.
Genesis 16 and it's about 14.
Let's say 11.
Come on, 16:11. And the angel of the Lord said, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord have heard thy affliction, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her.
Right, we could stop right there. Like the Lord called Ishmael a wild man, right? I'm trying to pull the Hebrew up here now for you. When it says it's a wild man, it says a wild ass or a wild and unruly ass, like a donkey, meaning you lawless are like a criminal. That's really what you are. That's really exactly what you are. Right? When it says he's a wild man, hold on. Right? Para, right? Para, right? Which is a wild ass from the secondary sense of running wild, like a wild ass, like a wild donkey. This is who you are. This is who you are as a people because of that religion you worship, and that's your religion and good. That's fine. But because I disagree with you, what, I have to die for you? Nah, nigga. Nah. That can't happen. And then England go want to deport everybody but you.
That's right.
Like, I'm wondering now what kind of bedroom deal going on between the British Crown and them Arab countries. Like, how much oil is worth your goddamn streets, man? How much oil and resources and silicone or whatever the hell Boris bringing over is worth your streets? You mean to tell me you gonna get stabbed? Listen, I ain't for no Edomite empire, but I could halfway understand Tommy Robinson. I could halfway understand, and that's his name, Tommy Robinson. Britain first. I could halfway understand his ideology with them because that's who he really had a problem with. I ain't really ever hear him say nothing about Benjamin too much. You know what I mean? But that's who he really had a problem with. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you an idiot? You stupid? Because I disagree and I make a sign and I say whatever. And this is a brother. This ain't a man. Some woman, and you stab her with full out force to kill this woman. Let the Lord rain all judgment down on everything named Islam, man. Right. Let the Lord rain everything down on everything named Islam. And that's what they like to do. That's the same thing they did to us in Hyde Park a few years ago. Surround us up and trying to convince us to join Islam. We ain't joining no goddamn Islam. That's right. When the hell Islam ever help us? Right? Who the hell Islam ever attack for black people? Which plane of deporting brothers and sisters did you all ever stop? You all ain't never did nothing for black people, man.
That's right.
And you all like to act like you're so good and holy and righteous and praying in public and walking around in that gay ass dress. And what, you can't take a little critique? And you're supposed to be the answer to society? You're supposed to be the answer to life? You're supposed to be the answer to everything? The world would be a better place if everybody was Islam. The world would be dead in a crazy madhouse if everybody was Islam.
That's right.
Because you're a bunch of murderers and criminals, man. Right. Rich murderers and criminals. That's what the hell it is. You're criminals with power. Absolute power. And shame on England, man. The Queen done got weaker. She done got weak. Look how they used to round us up in the 60s and 70s. All the buppies line up in the street and coming down and beating everybody head in, throwing you in the back of the damn Black Maria or the party wagon, carrying you somewhere way out west, bumfuck somewhere, excuse my language, and dropping you to hell off. But these Arabs get to stab people in the middle of goddamn London. In the middle of London? What the hell is wrong with this place, man? Listen, if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you could take your chances out there. But if you want to serve the Lord and have a strength and a refuge against these fools out here, you better come and find the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
You better come and find this place, man. That is absolutely crazy, Art. That is crazy. I heard about it. I never seen the video. This nigga swing on the broad and all.
In the middle of the park.
And nobody stop him. Nobody stop him.
And they try to say, don't jump to conclusions. Well, who else would it be? She ain't listening Christians. She ain't listening black people.
Don't jump. Sadiq Khan ain't saying nothing about it with his Muslim behind.
That's right.
He ain't saying nothing, and he's the mayor of London. I was trying to explain to General Katham recently. England is a Muslim country. It's not a Catholic or Christian country. It's absolutely Muslim country. It's a Muslim country. It belongs to the Arabs. And if you ain't have no strength, you belong to the Arabs too.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like at some point in time, you got to stand for something, man. Like, goddamn. So I can't disagree with you. What the hell is this shit here, man? That is ridiculous, man. And they gave these Arabs so much ground to run on. That is terrorism. That right there is terrorism. Because now what? The average person in the street will be now afraid to do what? Speak against Islam.
That's right.
The average person in the street ain't gonna want to say nothing about Islam. Ain't nobody want to come out and protest. Where the protest for the stabbing of that girl? Where all the woman's liberation and woman power women? Where they all the groups coming out against these crazy Arabs, and they're known for having what is called them thing, the grooming houses, the grooming gangs, where they're kidnapping these little white girls off of the internet and keeping them in a basement, raping them day and night, and going to the mosque for Hajj or whatever they call it on Friday. Juma. They go into the mosque for Juma, and as soon as Juma done, back to raping. Where all the women's power for that? But we take to the streets and tell black people who they really are. Oh, we hostile, we violent, we disrespectful, like the old white broad from Birmingham Saturday. Don't talk to my daddy like that. Go to them Arabs and scream at them, you dumb broad.
That's right.
That's who you need. Who's the problem? I'm not the problem. That's crazy, Ark. That is crazy. They have a ton of energy for us, but for them, they leave them alone. Ark. That is absolutely insane. I want to hear Arab pundit or imam or somebody of notable reputation to call in or chime in or send an email and explain to me whether you denounce that action or you support it, and why would somebody like that do that. You got to explain that shit to me. You know what I mean? We could explain everything for us. We don't affiliate with any Hebrew Israelite group. We the only one. End of story. But them Arabs down there, boy, everywhere, not just down there, they run amok. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. You all pray for the death of Islam, man. Pray for the death of Islam like COVID.
That's true, man. That's mad. If a black man rape one woman, you have a lynch mob coming to get him, man. And the Arabs have so much chances. The Lee Rigby incident, cut off a man's head, and still, well, you can't judge everybody. You know, the few bad apples. Oh, yeah, black people, we do one thing, that's it. You want to deport all of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We do a couple stabbings. We need to be tougher on knife crime. We got to be tougher on youth offenders. We got to clamp down on this. These Arabs cut a man's head off, man. Right. Where did you clamp down on anything?
Right. Listen, I want to hear, what does Priti Patel have to say about this? Right. Because I know that person who stabbed down that woman, they ain't no British citizen. That's an immigrant who did that shit, an Arab immigrant or some African. You get the point? I wanna know what she had to say about this. Who she wanna lower the sentence requirement to be considered from deporting. It's already 12 months. A 12-month sentence meaning you're on the deportation list to be considered. She's now lobbying to lower it. So if you could get 10, if she could get 6 months, you hit some dumb charge, some cop trying to fill a quota, and you get 6 months in jail. Now you could get deported for 6 months for nothing. But they could stab people for having an opinion. You must be crazy. You must be crazy. You must be absolutely crazy. Listen, Raheem Sterling put a damn gun on his foot, and he was on the front page of every newspaper for about 6 months.
That's right.
6 goddamn months because he put an AK on his foot to signify how much he shoot the ball into the damn net. But this Arab went and stabbed this woman, nearly killed her, and it's hardly on the news. What the hell is wrong with England, man?
That's right. That's right. For me, so I had to dig for this. This wasn't on the regular news. You couldn't turn on BBC or ITV and see it on the news, man. This was hidden, and that ain't by chance. Right. Sadiq Khan's hiding that, man. Sadiq Khan got nothing to say. We ain't hear nothing from him, man. You know what I mean? Why?
Listen, they're gonna hear from us. Let the Lord hold that weather back. We're gonna be in London tomorrow, and they're gonna hear.
That's right.
Whether they hear or they forbear, but that shit is unacceptable, man. Right. Absolutely unacceptable. It's crazy, man. Big rich country like this, and you can't calm down on this nonsense? Nah, man.
Right. And that right there is the proof that obviously the police shouldn't stop and search black people 9 times more than they do everyone else. Because if they were stopping and searching Arabs, maybe they would have arrested a knife man that day, man.
That's right.
They could have stopped a stabbing that day.
Yep.
But obviously, because they're focusing on us who don't carry knives to the large numbers that they make out we do, they let one slip through the net, man. Like this one weren't even on, it's not even on the news. No Arabs spoke against it. No Muslims spoke against it. They've just left it like, Well, she's this in Islam. Like, if you say anything about Muhammad, they want to kill you.
That's right.
You say anything about Muhammad, these Muslims will actually go to kill you. Listen, man, even if you talk about Muhammad, you have to say that peace be upon him thing, man. They want to. Have you ever spoke to them? But you have to say it.
They have to say that.
You have to say it.
Even when they type in it on the internet,
You have to
they
say
put
PB here.
Yes, so the first time I was like, what? Muhammad Papa? What the hell is Papa? And then I realized is that peace be upon him nonsense. Like, peace be upon him, but what about everybody? It's like, peace be upon him, but what about peace for everybody else? Right. Muhammad done dead and gone, right? What about everybody else who wants some peace? Talking about Islam is a religion of peace. You're a violent monster, man. God needs to put you to death.
That's right. And if you don't say peace be upon him, these Muslims is ready to kill you, man. Like, you can't stand there and back what you believe. Whereas with us in the ISUPK, we don't bother no one, man. We don't harm no one. It's people always trying to attack us, and we have to tell them, go back, man. We out there, we have confidence in the words of the Lord, man. That's right. So we go out there and we know what we're saying is true. With Muslims, because they're bullies, man. They have to bully you into joining their religion. Like, there's so much black men, and you see Islam. Most people convert to that religion in jail. Why? Because they're bullied into it. Right. They don't want to be Muslim. But if you're not Muslim, they terrorize you. Right. Like, there's even one gangster from Birmingham, big gangster from Birmingham, man. I believe he's in jail now. Oh, see if you can find that video. And then he basically said he's letting people off if they're Muslim. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, damn, bro, you should let me off because me and you are both black, man. Right. Me and you both came here. Our families both came here from the same places, man. We've been enslaved to everyone. These Arabs don't care about you. What these Arabs will do is use you as the muscle. And then when you go to jail, they forget all about you, man. There's no love in Islam. It just don't work that day. That religion was spread through the sword, man. They murder everyone, they rape everyone, they rob everyone. And what you will find is tons of black celebrities is Muslim. Like, they put religion over race, and you can't do that. It just doesn't work, man.
That's right.
Police don't see you and say, oh, they don't see your religion first. They see your color, man. They see what race you are first. What we're going to see if we can find him there. No, because apparently he's meant to, they say they say he was one of the top gangsters in Birmingham. For his age group, anyway. Yeah, I think he's got 30 years, you know. That's what happens when you follow Islam, man. You get 30 years because it doesn't teach you how to change your life. The thing is this is how you know your religion's garbage. If before you found anything to do with God, you was a drug dealer, and after you find God, you're still a drug dealer. Yep. That's how you know. What have you changed in your life? Like, with Christianity, you don't have to change nothing in your life, man. Being a Christian means you can be a whore before you found Caesar Borgia, and you can be a whore afterwards, man. That's right. Whereas in the ISUPK, you have to change your life, man. Imagine this: before you found God, and now you found God. If there's no change to your life, maybe your religion's garbage, man. That's right. Maybe your religion don't mean nothing. And this is the thing: every Muslim you see, man, when they tell you follow their religion, ask them, well, what have you changed in your life? Right. And you'll see that nothing's been changed in their life, man. They still can sell drugs. Listen to this. Every Muslim ain't supposed to drink alcohol, but they're the biggest alcoholics, man. Yeah. Listen, man, we see these Muslims on these nights out drinking straight from the Ciroc bottle. The alcoholics, man. And this is what they do. They go to Morocco. Is it Morocco? They go Morocco. And there's a place in Morocco called Agadir, and they call it Shagadir. Have you heard it? That's what they call it. No word of a lie. You heard it?
No, I know some. Yeah. I've seen some Arabs, and they go to Morocco and have a great time. Come back with a fake tattoo on. And I say, yo, man, loads of prostitutes out there. I think you're meant to be Muslim, man. See,
they go have sex with everything out there, which lets you know Muslims don't really believe in Allah, man. Because if they did, they would be afraid and change their life because they know Allah's not real, man. So they just do whatever they want. Honestly, Islam's garbage, and this is why when they come before us, we just crush them, man. And they have to pull out knives like this man did. Imagine Christians is the easiest people to battle on the planet, man. And this man couldn't even battle her with his Quran. What did he have to do? He had to stab her, which lets you know this is the reason. This is the proof that you shouldn't follow Islam, man. What you should do is the same question she was asking him. You say, answer me these questions, then I might join. Right. I guarantee you, he can't answer them. Probably stab you too, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me see that video talking about it.
No one tells Nugs what to do. He does what he wants to do. So Nugs wants to get on board because Nugs wants to get on board. That's life, nigga. No one tells Nugs what to do. He does what he wants to do. So if Nugs wants to get on board, it's because Nugs wants to get on board.
No fucking cops on the block. Yeah. undercovers. A true Muslim knows that you can't harm your brother. You know what I'm saying? You can't kill your brother. No bullshit. No gang-related bullshit. So if a man's a Muslim, and a man's a Muslim, and that's.
Pull it back. I ain't hear exactly what he said there. Yeah, please.
I'll give the background. So this is a brother who's in a gang, who is locked up right now. Been known for harming brothers. Been locked up for harming brothers. I mean, when I mean brothers, I mean black people. And this is what this brother says. This brother's a Muslim, and this is what it says about other Muslims.
Join the academic gang of bankers, solicitors, lawyers, okay? Growing up, yeah, I ain't thinking about I'm going to be in no gang with no bankers and that. I want to give it a man them in it. I want to let P, I want to do this thing in it, man them in it. You get me? Your friends who you roll with, that's all it is, you know? That's all it is, you know? Your friends, your friends, that just happened, fam. I got look for my friends, my older friends. I want to listen to
we need to break free, get the fuck up out of these chains. It's how the game be, mentally enslaved in our brains. You think you change, in reality, you're still the same. Stuck in the game, bitch made, mentally enslaved, and that's life, nigga. You ain't know
It's life, nigga. Nogs did the same as well, you know, you come over and say, no, it's true. It's true what you're doing and that. I'm definitely down for it. And anything you need, I support it.
And that's life, nigga.
No one tells Nugs what to do, he does what he wants to do. So if Nugs wants to get on board, it's because Nugs wants to get on board.
No fucking cops on the block. Yeah. Undercovers. A true Muslim knows that you can't harm your brother. You know what I'm saying? You can't kill your brother. No bullshit. No gang-related bullshit. So if a man's a Muslim, and that's how it is. Then any beef he had before that, it's done with. Gone. Fear learning. And that's that.
And is it a way in prison in which people have come together who previously out on the block might have been shooting each other?
Yeah, because they've got time to sit down and read and contemplate and reflect and see what's right.
Yeah, that's true.
They ain't got no time for no row. They ain't got nothing to do really. In jail then. Jail's jail. Lockdown. Get me.
Okay, what is he saying? I hear that part. I don't know how to hear that part again though. It sounds like he's saying whatever beefs he had before is done now because he's a Muslim now.
No, he's saying that basically if a man's a Muslim, he's a brother, and you can't harm another Muslim. So any beef, any gang shit is done. But this brother is no.
Oh, so if he's not a Muslim, it's free.
It's not done. Come on, guys.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And even I'm sure in prison, the Muslims is doing all the harm to everybody.
That's right. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's crazy. That religion had to get absolutely destroyed and crushed, man. Hyde Park is what, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
They don't be there Saturday.
Nah. Sunday thing, always Sunday.
I'm gonna have to reschedule something. Something out of Guana, Slovakia. God damn.
Like, see, and this is the difference between black Muslims and Arab Muslims, man. He said, if a man's a Muslim, all the beef is squashed. Listen, man, we seen that video with Miss. Remember when Miss said, "I'm a Muslim"? Can you remember?
Yes.
Miss, right? Miss said, "I'm a Muslim," and the geezer, I don't give a f if you're a Muslim. So, which lets you know, man, the Arab Muslims and the East Indian Muslims don't think how black Muslims think.
It's like if I made in the caption, it goes, "These niggas ain't what they rap about." That Muslim saw color, man. He didn't say, "I just want my brothers." If I'm a Muslim, we're all one human nation. He called it Mr. Nigger, man. ER nigger, man. Like NIGGER. So luck, yo.
And that's how you know Islam can't save you, man. Because Miss ran to what he thought could save him. Miss thought, you know what? Maybe religion could save me. And listen, man, he forgot his color that day, man. He forgot that he's a nigger, man. That couldn't save him. If Miss was an Arab, it probably could have saved him, man. But him being black, being Muslim can't save you. Muslim can't save, Islam can't save none of us, man. Like now, obviously, if there's two black men gonna fight each other, you can kind of, you know, the Bible says a soft answer turns away wrath. Right. So, you know, if you know how to, obviously you don't need to be a coward and sound shook, but there's ways to word certain things, and a brother, like if a brother's looking at you, you know, you can just say, "Shalom, yo, we come from the same place with the same people. I don't really get down with postcodes, blah, 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 blah." And the brother might listen to you and hear you got something in common, man. But with these Arabs, what can you really say? Listen, man, if there's one piece of bread and there's an Arab man and a black man, the Arab's gonna give it to the Arab man. Yeah. When you look at what's the black mosque in Birmingham? Is it Salafi, the sect? Salafis, that's the sect. So now, if you've ever seen a Salafi mosque, no Arabs go to it. or no Arab sit down in there under the black man who's leading their service. Because all the Muslims would rather go to a Sunni mosque. Because why? They see the black man as not a proper Muslim. So what you'll find is with these Salafi mosques, only black people go there. No word of a lie, man. I've seen a few in Small Heath. You'll see the Salafi. You can Google it. You'll see a Salafi mosque, and it's only black people in there.
Even Somalians will go to Somalia mosque. See, so black man, where do you stand in this, man?
So that's Salafi mosque. The Africans go there too.
I'm in the Caribbean.
It's just black Israelites.
Niggas with bare gold teeth.
So there's racism in Islam.
Bare gold teeth. Because I remember one time I was speaking to me in a coffee. He goes, "Yo, you like should come to the mosque. There's bare gold teeth in there." And it was like, "Nah, we ain't on that Islamic garbage." This is years ago. And then so what you will have is the Sunni Muslims. Oh, you know what? There was a battle as well. A black Muslim lost the battle, and the Arab Muslim said, "Well, obviously he can't be a Muslim because he's black, so it doesn't count." And that's what they think of you, man. That a black man ain't got like you was when you was battling that guy at camp, and you said to him, I can't remember what you said to him. Remember when you was like, bring a black Muslim, and he was kind of thinking, what for? Because they look at black Muslims like they can't do the job. That's like everyone looks at a black Muslim like you're not qualified, you can't do the job.
And we be trying the hardest to join them.
There you go.
It's like I say, we be trying the hardest to join them. We go and relearn the whole goddamn language, bring the whole family into damn Islam religion, marry 3 women, name all of them Khadijah. We be trying the hardest to be the best Muslim for them. And it's not enough. It's not enough. Black man, you got to come where you respected, man. Listen, we are getting a battle with one of them. Was it Salif from us? What? Salafi. Yeah, somebody know somebody in there, and let them come and listen. Now we take them on. We go a straight debate. You know what I mean? A straight debate, and this is for your soul, black man. This ain't for nothing else. We ain't chasing no clout, but you up in there serving a dead God, man. While your people getting stabbed, deported, raped, molested, everything under the sun with no defense, and you in there bowing to something that can't help you. You understand? Everything you have ain't come from Allah. It come from Abdul and Apu and Muhammad up the street. That's where it come from. All your riches come from them Arabs. They ain't come from no Allah. You in there gun ho for it. The scriptures say, my people have a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man. It's time to get out of that nonsense. Y'all come on down. We'll battle anybody and show you that you ain't no Muslim. You ain't none. Even the brother, remember Saturday, the brother came up trying to defend Muhammad or some kind of thing like that. And in the end, he had to admit, God chose Isaac and not Ishmael. He had to admit it. He's like, yeah, that's true. God chose Isaac and not Ishmael. A brother would say it. But of course, because of Christianity and the oppression, we choose whatever gives us masculinity. And for a second, that Islam give you a sense of manhood and this and that. But that ain't your religion, man. That ain't your God. That ain't your power. That ain't your culture, man. Leave them criminals together. Leave them for Alibaba and the 40 thieves, Sinbad. Leave all them niggas together, man. They ain't your people. You know what I mean? And they always been merchants, which mean they're good at selling. They're like a door-to-door salesman. They're good at selling. Hey, brother, and something, brother, and and this, and they're good at talking, and they make you ain't got nothing else to rely on. You fall for that nonsense they're talking about, but they ain't about nothing, man. They're merchants at best. They're merchants.
Yeah, man. Again, man, lead that religion, man. So Raheem Sterling was playing against Hungary. And listen, black man, the same treatment that he got in England, you know what I mean? The same treatment he gets everywhere, man. Because black man, listen, the Bible goes, curse you shall be in the field and curse in the sea. No matter where you go. You know, our people are under these curses, and the oppressor is oppressor no matter where you go, man.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So much people doing the Hitler stance. Like I watched a Nazi what's it called? A Nazi rally, man. It's terrible, man.
And where was this?
Hungary. You got some background music, so I'll mute them.
Just move the mouse there so that bar and button drop. So he scored.
Look at all that shit getting thrown on the pitch. It's basically like, taunting them, saying like, what? I don't care, so what? I'm black. And all that stuff getting thrown on the pitch, man. Everyone started to give Hail Hitler salutes. Imagine in England, you miss a penalty, you get called monkey, man. You score a penalty, you get called monkey. This is the same oppression with a Hungarian language, man. Like no matter where you go, this oppression carries us. They hate black people everywhere we go, man. He's in a country that don't have much black people, and even then, they still hate him for doing his job, which is what to score, which is what to score goals, man.
Right.
Damn. And why ain't no one getting banned for this, man? I thought in England at least, they said if anyone does anything like that, they're gonna ban them from games, man. We need to see some repercussions for this. A man's just doing his job, doing what he gets paid to do. So what he's supposed to play, he's supposed to score goals. He's supposed to score goals for his country, man, or his team. And when you do that, black man, you can't even do that, man.
Right.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You miss a penalty in England,
You're right.
you get called nigger and coon and go home.
And there's you the reason we lose.
You score a goal in Hungary, same thing again, man.
Exactly.
And that's what it's like. What the Bible say, like the roof is like iron, and it's like trapped, man. No matter what you do one thing. Like you know what I mean?
Listen, it's so wild because recently a few players got banned for making homophobic slurs on the field in international friendlies and club friendlies. You know, they're trying to bring in the gay thing. You'll see sometimes they'll have a football game and the numbers on the back of the t-shirts is in the rainbow color, or they had the pink uniform, right, to support the gays and the women's rights and the LGBTQ. But if you make a statement, you get banned, you get charged for, you know, making something homophobic. But these Israelites, we get abused whether we perform or not, and nobody pays. Nobody ever pays, which is why, okay, every brother and sister need to come into the truth. Like Raheem Sterling should just hold it down and go to the press conference and get up there and say what you think about it. Was unfortunate. You know how they like to pass it off. You know, there was a little fracas down there at the corner flag. Yeah, there's a little fracas. It was a disturbance. What do you think about it? Well, you know, I just like to say the white man is the goddamn devil. That's right. And he'd always be the devil, and there's nothing I can do to make him not be the devil. You know, whether I score, whether I don't score, he'll be the devil. Them fans down there in Hungary, you the goddamn devil. That's and then right. Walk off. You understand? Now they're going to find him and ask him and do all kind of stuff. But like this is a time where you can't play into the corner with them no more. You can't play into the corner with them no more. You remember during the COVID, the English league would have players at the beginning of every game to take a knee. Remember they would take a knee? And then this African player, Saha, he got up and said, I ain't taking a knee no more.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember? And then when they asked him, he gave some BS excuse about taking a knee is not stopping nothing. That's because they ain't no African dying.
That's right.
That's because they ain't know when there was the war in in Nigeria with the Biafrans. When they was killing the civil war recently in Nigeria, where they was killing these Biafrans, which was some sub tribe in Nigeria. Everybody was praying for Nigeria. Yeah, walking around, you know, pray for Nigeria, the green and white on the Facebook, green and white on, you know, on the wearing it on the uniform, on the shirts underneath, whatever it is. But now when it comes to us, you ain't with it. Like black man, this is a nation not desired, man.
That's right.
Like we are a nation not desired, and I don't know what else it will take for black people to understand it, but we are that nation not desired. You know what I mean?
Come on, Carl. If you're a fan watching the game, watch the game, man. Why are you making monkey noises for, man? The game's to be watched and enjoyed, man.
Well, okay, that's the other thing too. I'm glad you bring out that point. Sports is war, you know. Sports is absolute war. It's nothing else but war. It replaced war on many fronts, but really it would be warfare. So now we are the only people who look at sports as entertainment. You understand? Like when that Deontay Wilder, when he fought Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury talking all this shit. Deontay Wilder, you make your whole career off of punishing brothers. I mean, knocking brothers out. And then you go up there and you give Tyson Fury a pass. And this old gypsy crackhead, he getting money off of you and you ain't punish him. Because to you, this is not war. This is entertainment. So you put on a good show, you collect a purse. Well, listen, man, we fight in a war every day in life. And right. You're supposed to be out there fighting for your people. when Raheem Sterling score, he ain't scoring for England. He's scoring for black people. That's what we care about.
That's right.
We didn't care whether he was playing for England, Jamaica, Spain, France, Italy. You could have been playing for, who cares? It's Sesame Street. Once you're Israelite, black people is back in here. And that's how we had to approach it. And now if we ain't approaching it like that, we just had to sit back and take whatever they're giving us, man. We just had to sit back and take anything they give us. We just had to take it. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Another thing in the news as well, there was an MP called Gavin Williamson. He mistook Rashawn Charles for somebody else, man. He said, yeah, not Rashawn Charles, like he mistook Rashford for somebody else. Like all black people look alike. And the man that he mistook him for look nothing like him. The man that he mistook him for don't even play football, he plays rugby, man. The man don't even play football, he plays rugby.
That's crazy.
Here it is right here, man. It says Gavin Williamson, the UK Secretary of State for Education, said in an interview that he has met Marcus Rashford. However, his team later said he actually met rugby player Moreau Itoge, not Rashford.
African too, man.
Yeah, I look nothing alike. But he's I met some dark-skinned guy who plays some sort of sport, and it's rounds all up as one, man.
And okay, this is the other thing too. I noticed with these English people, these English oppressors they're not your blunt, typical what will, at least what I would say, what I'm used to racist. That Western Hemisphere racist. They're not that blunt, get out of here, nigger. You know what I mean? They're not that type. They're very tongue in cheek, where they'll do something and then you thinking about it for 20 seconds, like, hold on. What did he just say? And he just looking at you, but he's laughing in his mind. I'm realizing, like, they play stupid. They act like they don't know what they're doing. He knows that's not Rashford. Because listen, if Rashford robbed him, he would have never made the mistake.
Right, that's right.
If Rashford stuck a knife to his neck and said, give me all your pounds, no. He would have known who robbed him.
You point him out in the line.
He'd have pointed out in the lineup easy. He'd have drawn him himself. But they be doing this thing because they want to piss people off. And they really hate Rashford because he feeding so much niggas. White people eating too of a Rashford, but his motivation is to feed black people. You understand? They absolutely hate him. They fully hate this boy. And he's probably I would argue sports all day with anybody. That nigga is the best striker in England right now. He's been the best forever, but now when he started playing good and he started feeding people to put him on the bench, and now this Harry Kane, they're talking about Harry Kane, this Harry Kane, that, the great white hope. Harry Kane ain't do nothing. He ain't did nothing for England.
Everyone's talking about Grealish.
Jack Grealish.
We love Grealish. Grealish ain't fed nobody, man.
He ain't fed nobody. And he can't play like Rashford. Like, they fully hate him because he's good on the field.
That's right.
And he's not just another player.
That's right.
He actually doing something off the field with his money. He ain't like Rooney effing every 16-year-old.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, his old ugly troll self. You know what I mean? When I see Rooney, I expect to see Donkey right behind. Donkey! You know what I mean? Having sex with every underage girl everywhere. Yeah, Rashford ain't doing nothing like that. You know what I mean? But they don't attack us in the same way. This same Gavin, whatever, he knew who Rashford was, and they made that there as a disrespect to him and to our community. Right. You understand? They would never disrespect the Arabs like that. They would never, mix up, some Arab, caliph with some, some sheik somewhere. They would never do that because they respect them. But us, they will disrespect. You know what I mean? They're very tongue-in-cheek, and they should never be looked at as, well, he just made a mistake. Nah. You the Secretary of Education?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga. You ain't selling me that. You could go sell that somewhere else, but you ain't selling me that. No way.
Catch him shot, say, sell it to your mama.
Yeah, man. Go see your mother want to buy that Gavin.
So this is a tweet anyway. He says, this is fortunate. Has Gavin ever met Marcus Rashford? We met over Zoom. and he seemed incredibly engaged, compassionate, and charming. Later, Williams' team tell me he actually met rugby player Morale Itoji, not Rashford. And this is what the next tweet now, what Rashford had to say about it. So Rashford said, accent could have been a giveaway. So I'm guessing the guy got accent, Rashford don't. That's what Rashford said about the whole thing anyway.
He's doing his best to stay out of, the mud. Doing his best to stay out of the mud with them. You know what I mean? But it's only so much they could take. There's only so much he could take. Rashford, my advice to you is stay away from them white girls and make sure you ain't have no vices, because the day they catch you with a line of coke in the bathroom or some weed in your pocket or 3-4 white girls somewhere in, all over your house, you're done. I'm telling you that straight up. They did the same thing to Dwight York. Remember Dwight York from Trinidad? Dwight York was the fittest man in Manchester, break all the records. He was a party holic, would party all night, come and run all up and down the field, break the records. The day before a game, they somewhere he went out and he was he drank and apparently he passed out at the bar waiting for his cab. The morning of some big game he had for Manchester, that's the picture on the front page. Manchester United top striker, drunkard, passed out on a pub the night before. But that picture wasn't actually from the night before. It was from somewhere else. But that's how they attack him. And if anybody remembers, when Dwight York first left Aston Villa to go and play for Manchester United, he was the most expensive player in the world at the time, at least in the Premiership. So I think it was 12 million they paid for him. But at that time, that was big money. And his coach said, Aston Villa coach said, if I had a gun right now, I would shoot you. Because he was the one who brought him from Tobago to play with Aston Villa. But Dwight moved to Manchester and they hated him all the way through. Hated him. And what happened when he married that whore? They put it all over the news. And they would always show her with the big, big breasts and talk about how promiscuous she was and talk about his son because that's what they do. The minute they get something on you that's, could stay in your character or stay in your reputation, they're going to run with it. They're going to run with it. Like all the stuff Rashford is doing, they're supposed to be celebrating him more than anybody right now on the face of the earth. They're supposed to be celebrating him, but they're looking for that kink in the armor. My advice to you, brothers, get in the UPK and marry some sisters out and get rid of all your vices, because the day they find it, brother, it's over for you. It ain't going to be Rashford MBE no more. Yeah, it's going to be something else. I don't know what they're going to call it. They're going to be Rashford NIG GA. That's what they're going to do.
That's terrible. That shows that black people can't do nothing in England, man. No. Rashford helped England when England needed the help. When the Chinese destroyed your country, man, you were on your knees and nobody could leave their house. And your own country wouldn't feed these kids, man. Rashford came and fed your kids for you, man. We're giving them school dinners when you couldn't do that, man.
Right.
And you hate a man like that. But let me tell you something. There's nothing you can do to this oppressor, man. Nothing you can. Listen, we fought in their wars. We served their God. We died in the country. We built the NHS. And listen, we even give their kids free food, man. And we're still niggas, man.
Right.
Still got this sort of racism. This should show you something, black man. You need to give your love to your own people, man.
That's right.
That's what we've tried to love them. So anyway, this is the LBC show, and this is what the presenter had to say about the whole Rashford thing. He was on Rashford's side. The white people try to make out, I'm not racist. And this is disgusting how you're treating Rashford, one of them ones. And the callers say, no, it's not racist. I don't care.
What's not racist?
The whole getting Rashford mixed up. He's saying, everyone's too touchy. I'm sick of this touchy shit going on. You know what I mean?
Right, like how Boris said, too much.
So, where's the wetness?
He said all this wetness.
Enjoy these debates. It's not really a debate today. Say that again. It's not really a debate today. It's just a list of lived experiences from people that have been through something similar. And I appreciate that, and I have enormous respect for I think it was Deborah and what she's been through, and I'm really sorry she's experienced that. And I do believe there are many different situations that can occur. However, just focusing on the Gavin Williamson one, I'm really upset that this has been swung straight in the direction of racism. Well, even though we've said several times, I don't think this is an example of racism. No, and I don't think it is, and that's kind of the point that I just wanted to make. I'm a 33-year-old white, normal, professional bloke. I think we could have worked that out, Oliver. I mean, I did start the show by saying there's not really that much point asking white men whether or not the treatment of a black person is racist, is there?
Well, look, what I'd like to say is that, I have done a,
tongue in cheek, should I? Like, he totally gets that dude. He said, I'm a 33-year-old white normal male. He said, the dude say, yeah, I think we worked that out. Meaning, like, we know you're white, nigga, because your point of view. It don't make no sense asking white males about mistreating black people, because you'll always say there's no mistreatment. Like, that's what he basically said there. Like, that's crazy. I could go ahead, keep going. He said, yeah, I think we worked that out.
if you were to take a pub quiz, for example, and they'll give you an A4 sheet of paper with pictures of celebrities or pictures of anyone on, and you've got to guess their names. And I'll tell you now, I'm not into sport, I'm not into music, and if I saw a picture of Rebecca Adlington, I could quite easily guess that it was Ellie Goulding.
Yes.
And I just think that the poor man made a slip
But
up.
if you were Secretary of State for Education and you were asked whether you'd actually met a person who is at least as prominent for his campaigning in the field of school children as he is for his antics on a football pitch, I think even perhaps some people listening now would think that comparing that to a pub quiz is not probably something you'd do if the Secretary of State for Education had got, Gary Lineker mixed up with Tyson Fury, for example.
Absolutely, and I totally respect that. However,
but that's never going to happen, is it? He's never going to get Gary Lineker confused with Tyson Fury. Why do you think that is?
No, but my point is that any
Just answer the question, mate,
physical or personality trait, and that doesn't need to be race, that could be hair colour, it could be a tone of voice.
Yeah, well, Gary Lineker and Tyson Fury are the same colour.
Sorry?
Gary Lineker and Tyson Fury are the same colour.
But it could be anything.
So why would he never get them mixed up?
When they're put on the spot, and as you quite rightly said, I think it can happen to the best of us, and to immediately slip into, it's disgusting because it's racist. What it is disgusting.
You're the only one to use the word disgusting, mate.
Okay, I've used the word disgusting, but it's...
no one else has. And you said you were angry, and now you're using words that no one else has used to describe what you're angry about. I wonder what you're really angry about. Should we try and work it out?
Well, it was a caller, and I can't remember. It's probably 3 or 4 callers
about black people complaining about how they've been treated, maybe.
No, there was 3 or 4 callers ago. There was a gentleman who had quite a strong stance that he could only put it down to racism, specifically in relation to the Gavin Williams.
No, specifically in relation to black people routinely being mixed up with each other.
Right, apologies, or maybe I'm taking...
But why would that make you angry? Angry's an odd word to use.
No, it was a Gavin Williams scenario specifically.
Why would you even get angry on his behalf?
It made me upset.
Okay.
It made me more upset because I just think that...
It's too much talk about racism.
Well, no, I respect the fact that racism does occur, and
Why upset then? Why upset today, do you think?
Because I think it's an unnecessary, quick... why are we even debating this? We're debating
because of Deborah's grandson.
No, we're debating it because of the Gavin Williams and.
You know what? That LBC host watching UPK teams. He watching UPK teams. He's surgical with that. He said, "So why are we even here today?" He said, "I forgot." He said, "We're talking about mistreatment of black people." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That's what they need, man. They need to see themselves in the mirror for all the hypocrisy they do." You know what I mean? Like all the hypocrisy they do. The Jewish man crying every goddamn year. Don't nobody say they're tired of hearing about the Jewish man. They don't tired of hearing about the damn Holocaust. The Afghans stabbing everybody. The Muslims stabbing everybody. But yet they come over here as illegal immigrants. Nobody don't say nothing about them. But black people, we talk about the routine day-to-day racism that we face. And that makes him angry. Like, nigga, ain't nobody confusing you? Ain't nobody confusing you with somebody else. Ain't nobody trying to marginalize you with something else. Ain't nobody denying your children access to school because they got braided hair. Ain't nobody doing none of that nonsense. This week, I found out something ridiculous. Taz now explaining to me, with the blazers they wear, if it's too hot, you had to ask permission to take your shit off? Like, what the hell is this nonsense, man? And they determine if it's too hot or not.
They usually don't let you go.
I shouldn't have to ask. Excuse me, sir, I just took a shit. Could I wipe my ass? Like, that's how ridiculous this thing is, man. Like, this oppressor, he needs slavery. That's his medicine. He need a strong dose. He need 500 milligrams of slavery every goddamn day, and he gonna get it. That's the only way he gonna understand something. Cause this fool on national radio right here, this LBC, that sounds like your conservative type radio. Like how America has NPR. It sounds like this LBC is that. And he wouldn't even retract and say, you know what, I was wrong. You know what, black people are really going through this. I misspoke. His pride is not gonna let him go with it. So like, keep going on. This thing is entertaining to me.
No. My decision to have this conversation is built upon the suspicion that it spoke of a much deeper and more important issue than one gaffe and slip by a legendarily appalling politician. That's why we're having this conversation. I'm really struck by what the use of your vocabulary here.
That's cool. That's a cool piece right there. I'm gonna tune into that. I'm gonna download the app. I'm gonna be listening to that all the way back. It's a lot.
Again, man. So we got a woman from the UK saying how black women naturally hate black women. You know, I'm gonna play the video, then I'm gonna let you know the UPK stance on that.
If I get hate for this, yeah, I'm just gonna have to say that I don't care. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't care because this is what I see, and as a black girl, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm sorry. So I hate to put a division between white girls and black girls, but this is what I've experienced yesterday, and this made my eyes open even more. Black girls are not welcoming to their own black girls. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how many good experiences you've had. Black girls are not welcoming to other black girls. I went into Costa the other day, and even though this is not the situation that made me see it, but still, I went into Costa the other day, all white workers, yeah? They were nice, they had conversations with me, they were polite. I even stayed behind for like 10 minutes talking to one of the girls. I didn't even know her. That's how nice she was. I then left Costa, went to JD Sports to get laces. It was all black girls working on this day, yesterday. Then I went, said, hi, I've got a little bit of an issue. Her face was pushed. Do you have laces? Like, she didn't even look in my face. Like, she's like, here. Okay, like, you having a bad day. I didn't tell you to work here. You the one that got up and took yourself into here this morning. But okay. So, I go to the till. I try again. Hi, you right? Is the girl even looking in my face? She's like this. Like, let's say I'm here. She's looking here. And she's got her whole body language, it's attitude. And I'm thinking, like, you've come into work looking like you're going to the club. Your face is push up. What are you actually here for? Why is your face push up? Why do you have all this attitude? Why is your vibe like that? Do you think it's attractive? Like, I've come here, I'm smiling at you, I'm saying, hi, you're right, I got my baby with me, and your face is like this. Yeah, like, have a good day. Like, no, I'm sorry, and this is what I'm saying, because not one of them smiled, not one of them was welcoming, they all had and it's most places I go, like, most places I go, and I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, but when there's a black cashier, their face is push up. Or a black girl rude. Or if I want that, one time I went in directions, I went to a group of black girls, I can't remember where was I think I was in Camberwell. I went to a group of black girls.
She said she had her baby with her, right?
Because I'm thinking,
I'm interested in who the baby father is. If it's a brother, if it's a white man. Because as much hatred she got for black people, I want to know if that baby is, a devil or not. I'm suspecting in some brand of heathen. Some Ethiopian, or some Arab, or some white man. Because even if you're in the world arc, you could understand why black people might have a little attitude. Anybody could understand that, but she coming in there with her whole Beverly Hills hello, so and so and so, and all happy and ditzy, and she's done took on a white spirit, and she's mad because not everybody else took it on. Some of us still just like to remain black and feel angry that we oppressed. Fuck is you so goddamn happy and chipper about? You dumbass. You don't like push-up face people. Go buy the expensive bullshit from white people and get the smiles from them. If it's a smile you want, go let them smile at you. Yeah, go pay for that damn smile, man. Shit. His sisters and them had to get up so early, work at 9 to 5, then at 5 to 9, and you still want them to smile? What the hell is wrong with you, you dumb broad? She's dumb as shit, man. God damn, I'm really interested to see that baby father.
You might be right, sir. I'm getting white man lover from her.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of
Yeah.
the Beverly Hill kind of vibes, and that's what I'm getting from her still.
Yep.
I like what he says. Correct, man. Like you gotta have compassion on your people, man. I know sometimes it can be frustrating and so forth, but you gotta understand that our people ain't like this because we're horrible people, man. Life is hard, man. You know, how can you smile, man, when you got babies to raise and you got work at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you hear about Rashawn Charles and Mark Duggan. They are people, family members.
Yeah.
Family members watch their cousin, uncle, dad die on TV, then have to go to work the next day, else to lose that job. We're black, we're not even rich, and we gotta pay for that funeral, man.
Right.
So all these things that happen to us, the drugs, we got cracking uncles that steal from us or want money. All these things, man, oppression, black on black crime. We got children, they're being stopped and frisked by the police. All these things we're living with, and you want to smile. The white woman, she can't smile. You know why? Because she ain't 9 times more likely to be stopped by the police, man.
That's right.
Just thinking the other day, just to own a car, man, is hell. See, we do it because we need the transportation. We need it. We do it. But really, a car is not for black people, man. It's not. The brake pads go, you gotta get it fixed. MOT every year, service check. Black people, we do it, but we can't even afford that. And for a white household, just a car. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And they get brand new.
And they drive it to the garage, not knowing what's wrong with it. Because they know whatever's wrong with it, they can cover it.
They could cover it.
We go to the garage, think, hope it ain't too much. Hope it's MOT, hope it's just the brake pads right.
We need to see the readout before he started working.
Yeah, be like, what's wrong with it?
Let me see what it is. Okay, fix this and that. The other shit, leave that. Don't worry about it. I don't need them wipers. That light is fine. The seat could be damn falling out. You sit on a stool in the damn car.
That's right.
But you so right, Ak. Like their life is so different from ours. Even like black people, we consume secondhand everything. You understand? We hardly get the brand new stuff. How many black people saw 0 on the car the first time they got it? On the speedometer, on the tachometer with the miles. We always get cars that's used, and that's because we are that second-class citizen. You understand? So and these sisters there who working, they ain't getting paid much.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean they're on their job. They don't want to be there. You shopping, you want to be there. How could you not see it? How could you not understand that? I need to come to your job and see how you are in your job.
It's like I said, black people don't shop for fun. Be like, the kids need shoes. White people, let's go shopping. And
it's like a whole field day. Black people thank the Lord for Amazon. Amazon pulling up by the house every goddamn day because you can get everything off of there. You don't got to go to the store. But that ain't, we different, man. But this sister here, she lost and stupid out of her goddamn mind. And once again, Quataza, is the damn social media. Because if it wasn't for this internet, we wouldn't even hear her damn stupid mouth. We wouldn't hear her. Who she would talk to? Who the hell listening to this dumb broad? She's a dummy. She's just running her mouth and she said that they sing push-ups so and so. Like, bitch, what are you talking about? You're not talking about anything. Nobody would listen to you. You can't go in any barbershop, any restaurant on the block and raise this conversation. You can't do it because nobody would listen. But you set your hair and you make sure every strand in place. Put a picture back up. Every strand in place. You buy the little white light that is put in front of them bloggers and vloggers. You try to clean up your little, basement, apartment, whatever the hell you're in. You know what I mean? And you try to look presentable. So because you're a woman, people will look at you more than they would listen to what you're saying, which is key for a woman. A woman needs to understand the beauty you possess. Somebody will entertain you just to look at you. But if what coming out your mouth doesn't match what they're looking at, somebody will get tired of you. They'll get tired of you running your mouth, opening it up, saying dumb shit like this. This is what a 3-minute video that we really shouldn't have ever have to see. The people shouldn't even have to look at it. Like, why would you now in 2021 feel to blame sisters for something?
She put no reason.
Right? What was on there?
I can't read that part because it says we definitely have attitude for no reason.
Exactly, for no reason. Like she has a white man in her bed.
That's right.
Like, how would you mean for no reason? 83 people. Priti Patel deport 83 people wrongfully.
That's right.
Wrongfully. That's 83 families wrongfully. That's the average family is about what? 5 people? 80 by 5. That's 400 people plus that you done affected. And you want everybody to smile? You know, let the woman learn in silence. That's all I'm gonna say. Let her keep quiet in the churches. Let her I suffer her not to teach. You know, if she would inquire anything, let her ask her husband at home. This is for dumb broads like this, This is for that. Proverbs 31 said, well, give me that. Give me where it says she opened her mouth with kindness. Give me Proverbs 31. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Don't get me started. Y'all know how I am with these broads. You don't know how I am with these broads. You got a job and you it's like you don't understand your role. Proverbs 31. Give me verse 30. I'll take that too. Give me verse 30. And give me also 26. Yeah, anyone first.
Okay. Proverbs 31:26. She openeth her mouth with wisdom.
Say it again.
She openeth her mouth with wisdom.
What a woman supposed to do? A good woman, a virtuous woman.
Openeth her mouth with wisdom.
Uh-huh.
And her tongue is the law of kindness.
Right, is the law of kindness. Now, these sisters who she have may not have been the kindest person. However, she should have opened her mouth with wisdom. And what's coming out her mouth is not wise. And that's why she should have kept it shut. That's the type of that a good woman would have gone in there and see them. Let me tell you what a good down bad bitch would have done. A bad classy ass broad. She'd have went in there and inquired for whatever she want and started a conversation. Don't I know you from somewhere? So and so, so and so. Don't I know you from somewhere? And start some kind of conversation with the sister. Try to connect with the broad. You understand? That's what brothers do. They go to the mechanic shop. Hey, what's going on, brothers? How is things going on? You watch the game? Nah, man, I don't really watch the game. Or so and so. You find something to sort of talk about.
Come on,
to make a connection with the people. It's like
yeah, me. What? I see a brother, oppressed, grilling me. I kind of give him the nod, kind of break the tension a bit.
Just to break the ice, yeah.
And it works. The brother says, "Oh shit, he's not challenging me." You know what I mean? It's cool. Because for a second, it's like he thinks, "Oh, who's this?"
Right.
Cool, yeah. You show me that. I like. Listen, I'm not no threat, man. You know what I mean? No threat over here. He's a warrior, and warriors see other warriors, and so you let him know. Listen, it's nothing like that, man. That's what she should do.
Exactly. And once again, she ain't got her head over her, and I'm really concerned about whose child she just had. Because if she would give her mind and her spirit away to the oppressor to look at these sisters like they're evil, who would she give her body to? You know what I mean? Give me the other verse I asked for. Verse 30.
Verse 30. Favor is deceitful.
Say it again.
Favor is deceitful.
Go ahead.
And beauty is vain.
Right. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. You understand? Like that's why she go up there and make that video like that. Put her face back up, please. That's why she made that video like that. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Like you get people to look at you because you have a certain presentation. Right? You have a certain presentation, which is how women always are. Even what's his sister name who married the heathen king? Mordecai's niece. Is Esther? Right? Even Esther, when she went to talk to the king, remember it wasn't her time? It wasn't her time. Remember, she had a time to talk to him every month. And outside of that, if anybody went into the king's room unannounced, they would get killed. And she fasted for 3 days. And the scripture say, you could pull that to them, go if you could find it. The scripture says she put on a dress and was the baddest thing on the planet. Walked in there, the guards drew the swords. The king saw her and held out the scepter and said, hold up. And then called her to the throne and then said, what do you want of me? Ask of it, even unto the kingdom. Meaning, if you want the kingdom, I'll give it to you as bad as you look, sis. As bad as you look, you could get anything, which is what women use their beauty to do, to captivate you initially. The initial captivation Our brothers is always saying, getting abroad is nothing, it's keeping them is the thing. The initial thing is her beauty. But beauty is vain and favor is deceit. Go ahead.
Come. And beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised.
But a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. This proud bitch here doesn't fear the Lord to talk about black women like that. As much as black women just have to undertake and go through, she does not fear the Lord. She doesn't say, you know what, black people have a saying, if you can't say nothing good, don't say nothing at all. Like, she don't even have that in her. She's just proud and just, enjoying life and carefree. She's free of all care. She don't give a damn. And unfortunately, a great majority of our women are like this. Unfortunately, a great majority of our women are like this. You get a sister, you come up in the UPK, you get to understand that these daughters of Zion, the scripture calls them daughters for a reason, because they need that father figure. After their father done raise them and give them to you, you're going to marry these sisters and you're going to become their new daddy. And you still have to continue raising them. You got to watch what they're saying. You got to listen to them talk and see how the thought pattern and the thought process is. Like, what is you talking about? You see what is here? You got to, everything you had to kind of, watch and see and critique. I ain't talking about, all the way left and turn it all the way around. But you had to grow them still, even though they're adults. They're going to still need growing so that they don't get on the goddamn internet and talk so much bollocks, so much nonsense, like absolute. Like, she used this time not to talk about deportation, not to talk about abortions, not to talk about, lack of black businesses. Imagine these sisters selling lace fronts not in a black store, in some white mall. She ain't talking about none of that. You understand? Like you had as a brother, the scriptures say it's all in the choosing. You understand? The scriptures say a woman would have every man, but one daughter is better than another. This is an example. You're going to have to choose wisely. And when you choose, you're still going to have a job of raising them. This sister has been poorly raised and is an example of many sisters. And thank the Lord for the UPK, where you come in here and you get right. These sisters in here is full out, outstanding and right. And the law, they open their mouth with wisdom, and the law of kindness is in their heart. You get the point? That's the type of woman reproduce. Not this, she just is silak. She's just, ridiculous. We good to go?
Come on, Cancer. Any more from this? I feel that's pretty much it, sir.
Yeah, man, we way off over the time. Shit, hell. You're trying not to go London tomorrow. I'm trying not to go London now.
Lucky, man.
I'm bringing a tent. I'm going to sleep in Hyde Park. I ain't playing that shit. I'm gonna pitch a tent right there in Hyde Park. Wake up Sunday morning like the ghost. Yeah, man.
Like pack a toothbrush with us.
Pack what toothbrush? When I open my mouth, I want plagues coming out. I ain't packing no toothbrush out. None. I want plagues coming out of that shit out.
That's right.
I want to go and light their ass up there. Bring your best one. Bring your best challenger, man. Them Arabs and them, they can't handle nothing. And they always resort to violence because their religion is weak. Their religion is absolutely weak.
Go ahead. That's right. Again, that's the 61st episode of On the Ends, man. 61 weeks we've been doing this thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also, we're going to have camp tomorrow in Brixton High Street, 12 midday. Make sure you're there. Again, we got the feast. We've got Day of Atonement, which is Wednesday the 15th, sundown. You know what I mean? Contact your camp leader. A tabernacle on the 20th. Will you run down the holidays real quick? So again, no food and water. If you got, make sure you contact the camp leader. Anyone exempt, like medical conditions, we will go through with you. It's lucky down about.
So we got the Day of Atonement, which is this Wednesday, the 15th of September. Then after that, we got the Feast of Tabernacles, the opening, which is the 20th of September, and then the closing is on the 28th of September. So just remember those. But we've already sent out the Day of Atonement messages, so I'll keep everyone updated. But the feast day will be the 20th of September, which lands on a Monday. Then the closing will be the 28th of September, which lands on a Tuesday. So write down those dates because these ones come around back to back. So just remember, try and get the day of your slavery so you can be here on time and whatnot. So that's the dates, 20th, and then the closing is on the 28th. So just remember those dates.
Shalom. That will be here next week, Friday, 9 to 11 on the end. Shalom.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's go together. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay solid, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so below to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.